Check the spreads when the distance. Now we're dropping these locks, just the boys in the will to cash big. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your bankroll for glory. Don't lose your grip on the almanac pass. You must bet just to keep it alive. So the pick is in it, it's the thrill of the line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor starts his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. Face to face, out on the air, hanging tough, staying sharp. They stack the odds, still we take to the square for the win with the skill to survive. The pick is in, it's the thrill of the line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor stalks his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. The pick is in. Rising up, straight to the top, had the guts, got the units, when the distance. Now we're not gonna stop, just the boys and the will to survive. It's pick is in, pick is in, pick is in, pick is in. The pick is in, it's the thrill of the line. Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the fix might be in, but we're calling it right. Hayward's almanac, Jonah, Snoop in the fight, is the fix in? Is it all predetermined? Back to the future, future's looking certain. Tune in weekly for the picks and the laughs. Sports betting expert dropping knowledge on the path. The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. Pick is in, pick is in, pick is in.
What's that?
Remember that old Bud Light commercial? What's that? Good evening, Snoop. What up, bro? How are you?
Good evening, Haywood. How are you today, sir?
Cheerio, cheerio. Bangers and mash. What up, baby? Happy Thursday. How is the Snoop Von Poop?
Sure happy it's Thursday.
You know what that means.
Shit. What's up, dude?
Welcome to the Pick is It, everybody. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all you people out there. If it wasn't for the people at home, the show would never make it. So me and Snoop, thank you. Cheers to Snoop, the Doms, and everybody at home. We love you. Cheers.
Yes. Salute.
It's hot as
Wanna
balls
tell-
out.
You want to tell people where they can check things out?
Yeah, phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. Go check all your podcasts out. Man, we got some great people that work over there, including my co-host on the Here's the Thing podcast Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. EST. And we have the great boys over at the Phone Booth, the great Ted and Bill with the Phone Booth podcast. And then we also got some merch over on the site as well. $20 for a shirt. Pick any color you want. Get your threads. And they're freaking probably the most comfortable shirts I have is from the Phone Booth podcast at substack.com website.
Yeah. Dude, my Pick is In shirt isn't here yet.
Still? How long ago you ordered it?
That's just last week.
What color you get?
So, navy blue.
Yeah,
So I got
blue.
Yeah, I got that dark navy blue coming in. Gotta represent my Bears a little bit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right. That's right. And then follow us over at The Pick Is In, over on YouTube at The Pick Is In Podcast. Show us some love. We got all kinds of content going over there. And then my boy Snoop over on his YouTube page at Snoop Von Poop. Give him some love as well. Go show my boy some love. We got all kinds of handles we need some support on. At The Pick Is In on Rumble. Check us out there. And then over on Rumble for Von Poop as well. And then go check out my boy Snoop on X. Go give him a follow. This guy knows what's up and he's got great content. And then you all know where you can find me at Haywood's Almanac over on the X.
On the
So what's up, man? How was your week? How you doing, man? What's life like?
busy. It's just podcast after podcast after podcast. You know, every day it's recording something. So
How'd your show go this week?
it's good, man. It's good. I had our boy Toad on from Toadstool Sports, and we just chopped it up. You know, star of the hit movie Celtic Pride.
I loved how you opened the show with that.
Yeah, it's good, man. I love talking to Toad. He's an easy guy to podcast with. You know.
True. And dude, he's we gotta get him back on during the football season, possibly. We gotta get back him on. I know he's really big into baseball, but he does shows every day. Like he told us so.
Yep. Dude, we got a banging guest tonight, though. Tell the people who we got.
Man, the great Erik Ruby from PHNX Suns at the PHNX Suns podcast. Man, this guy does all kinds of great work. He's been media here in the Valley for quite some time. We learned a lot about him. It was a great conversation we had with him last night. Honored and thrilled to show the people at home what we talked about. Man, he was awesome, kind dude, good-hearted.
Yeah, dude definitely has some ball knowledge. So the guy knows a lot about balls. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how the throwback gear he bought, he didn't know exactly where it was, and he learned something new yesterday, saying that was a ball boy uniform that you used to wear back in the day. That's pretty cool.
It'd be crazy if it was mine. It'd be funny.
Oh, dude, how do you know? I don't even know. Do they don't braid or write with your name? Right?
Mine's in storage, so I mean, it definitely would.
You still have it. That's right.
Yeah.
It's man, we always talk about it, but you got some great stuff in storage from all your history with Suns and sports and rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby. But
right.
yeah, man, let's dive into this episode here.
So what we're going to do, everybody, we're going to show the recording after our first hour or so of news. We're going to start off with NFL since it's only a light bit of news to go over. And then we're going to get into NBA news, Suns news, and roll into the recording. And then after the recording, we're going to come back to the studio here and show a little Arizona sports history. What you got for football, Snoop? Lead us off, brother.
Well, I'll tell you what I got is a shared screen ready to go. This is an insane stat. Kyle, say his name. Say his name for me. Come on.
I got blowed up.
Kyle Manungai. Come on.
Oh, Kyle, get off my manga guy.
Yeah, close enough. Kyle Manungai, an insane stat. This muscle hamster hasn't fumbled since high school.
Whoa. Did I know that? A little crazy something.
That happened before the scamdemic of the year 2020. So this dude hasn't fumbled in 6 or 7 years. How about that?
Where's some wood? There we go. Go ahead.
Knock on that. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. That's a long ass time, especially for the position he plays too. You know,
right.
Especially for the position he plays.
Yeah, running backs be dropping the ball.
That's right. And how many days we got until kickoff, Snoop? Till your Bears take the field?
That would be 67.
That's right. All right. So
yeah, looking forward to it, man. It's just like the time just seems to be so much better when there's football in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's it's fall. We're going into winter. It's the weather's starting to cool off out here. I mean, shit. It's only 114 today.
115. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then the Bears playing, dude. Come on, it's the best time of the year.
That's right. That's right. I do gotta say a little reflection of the show. Like remember it was Saturday nights, and it was when you were on when we had Jonah and the Bears and Packers were playing. That was kind of cool to have a game on while we're talking, and that was pretty cool. So can't wait for football, man.
We're gonna have games on all season, Thursday nights, baby.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even think about that for scheduling yet. We'll talk about that. But yeah, Thursday nights, good night. Welcome to the Pick Is In, baby. Way to lead us off with some news. What else you got? What else you got?
I got one more little stat here that I'll share with the group. Number of playoff wins at MetLife Stadium: Giants 1, Norway 1, Jets 0. So congratulations to Norway for getting a win.
Nick Wilcox turning over. His Jets fan, man.
Oof. Poor guy.
Poor guy. Shoot, I got some news I'll pull up. So let's go on with the first bit of news. July 24th in Canton, Ohio, folks, the Fantasy Football Expo. If you haven't got your ticket, go get it. Go see it. Always going to promote them. Great community we have out there. I got a little video to help the great Bob Lung and the Fantasy Football Expo. So let me know when I'm good. Snoop.
Go ahead.
It'll be a blur. You'll be like, oh, did I do the right thing today? Just come and just be prepared, but also have a lot of fun, chat with everybody. If you're standing alone for more than 3 seconds and somebody doesn't come up and talk to you, I'd be shocked. Okay. That's just the way this group is. We're very, who are you? How are you? What are you doing? And you're going to make all these new friends. Then next year when you come back, you're going to know all those people, and now you can meet new friends. So that's what's great about it. It's like a family reunion that just keeps growing.
I love that.
I love that.
Yes, July 24th to the 26th in Canton. So we got some upcoming dates coming up in the NFL. That would be one of them. Always going to support the industry there. The Hall of Fame ceremonies for August 8th in Canton with the great Larry Fitzgerald, Drew Brees, Roger Craig, Luke Kuechly, and Adam Vinatieri get inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. That's going to be a great day. The great Larry Fitzgerald, one of my idols, probably the biggest star here in the Valley, great human being. Can't wait. Can't wait for this, Snoop. Great class right here. Great class. Wouldn't you agree?
Gary Larry's best hands in the game.
That's right. That's right. He got arguably one of the best kickers of all time, too, going in. Drew Brees. Roger Craig was a player I loved when I was a youngster. And then this guy, Luke Kuechly, very underrated, man. He was like the Peyton Manning of the defense as a linebacker in Carolina. He would literally call out the play before the play was snapped. That's how much tape he knew. Like, he just knew the plays before they were going to happen. So, with the next coming up dates, we got the NFL Hall of Fame game with my Arizona Cardinals playing the Carolina Panthers in Canton on August 6th. Man, that's like, 27 days away, Snoop. Can't wait, baby. Can't wait. And go ahead.
Wow. I mean, it's coming up fast.
Right. Some NFL dates for the NFL calendar year coming up. They changed the cut down day to August 30th now. So keep an eye on that. The trade deadline is November 10th. The Super Bowl is in SoFi Stadium on Valentine's Day. And then we got all the off-season stuff as well, like Scouting Combine. All those dates were announced. And the NFL Draft next year is going to be held in Washington, D.C. I think that's, let's see here.
This will be the most expensive Super Bowl in history, dude. SoFi Stadium, I mean, the tickets are going to be outrageous, especially if the Rams go.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
It's going to be wild.
I don't think that still hasn't happened yet. A home team has not won the Super Bowl in the stadium.
Yeah. What up, Foray? Thanks for reposting.
Thank you. Shout out to all the people at home. Go ahead and drop a comment, everybody, if you're watching. Thank you for all the reposts. Appreciate the love and support in the space.
We sure do. We couldn't do it without you. Dude, I had one more bit of news. I don't remember if we mentioned this last week or not, but Calais Campbell's mother was found dead inside her Atlanta home, and his brother has been charged with the murder. So sad news for the Cardinals family and Calais Campbell. It's terrible.
That's horrible, man. Calais is a great human being. Great human. That's horrible. Yeah, we did. I think it was news right before the pod. We talked about it a little bit, but yeah, that's sad. So condolences to the family. All the people out there, give a prayer up for Calais Campbell and his family. They really need it. That's such a heartbreaking thing to go through, even think about.
Yeah.
Anything else you got on Snoop for some football?
That's all I got on football, buddy.
Well, I got one. I think I got one other thing here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I do. There was some Trey McBride news this week with the Arizona Cardinals. He was on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast. Shout out to Mr. AZ Sports. This is his post here. I'm going to go ahead and play it.
There's no Arizona fans in Arizona.
So I grew up in Arizona, and like, what was it, 07, 08 when they went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
it's the first time in my entire, I was like a junior in high school. It's the first time I ever saw like Arizona Cardinal hats out there ever. And then all of a sudden the Super Bowl was over and the hats just kind of went away.
Everyone left.
Yeah, it was like fairy dust. They'd all just kind of in the distance.
Well, it's like, living in Arizona, no one's from Arizona. Everyone kind of has moved in from another state, so they're all fans of their own team. So now you have the Arizona that sits there, and there's no Arizona fans in Arizona. So it's a tough deal, but
dude.
Hopefully we start winning some games and we can bring some of those fans back.
Yeah, so that kind of ruffed the feathers of some of the fans down here. And I'll be honest, this is secondhand city when it comes to our fan base. Everybody's from somewhere else, so it's going to take a long time before we actually have a huge following. Like, there's not many born and raised people here. It's going to take another 30, 40 years of a generation of families to actually like stay and live here, not come from somewhere else, to actually get that fan base up. But you've seen Bussin' with the Boys, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
So there was a report this week that came out. At first, I kind of flipped out about it, that the Arizona Cardinals offered Trey McBride a contract extension, lowballing him on a $12 million per year annual basis, when Travis Kelce's the highest paid tight end at $17 million, and Trey McBride's arguably the best tight end in football. So another little black eye for the Cardinals coming out, lowballing. Initially, there were some bad reports from Trace, basically saying that he might not play here after this contract's done. But that's usually just what they do. They always start off with a low ball. Some of the players get paid eventually. So hopefully a deal gets done. But Trey McBride's a hell of a tight end, brother.
Yeah, and you know what? You guys are both right. That this town is full of people that have relocated here, so they all stick to their original team. But you know what would change the culture here? Winning.
Right. Yep.
If the Cardinals could muster up some wins, and honestly, ownership is atrocious. Get rid of Bidwell, and some things might happen out here. I think this is a town of like 6 million people, and a lot of them are born and raised here. Our guest tonight, born and raised.
Man, I hate to even say this, but maybe the Valley needs to start a petition for Bidwell.
Send the Cardinals back to Chicago.
Racine, baby. Racine. That's funny you say that about the organization and how it's ran. I got a pretty good take from the Benjamin Garcia show. I would like to show Snoop. He had a good take on this, and I would like to show it. Let me know when I'm good.
Go for it.
The other day, Trey McBride said there's no fans in Arizona. One, is Trey McBride wrong? The answer is no. There's not a lot of fans in Arizona rooting for the Arizona Cardinals. And I know Trey wasn't necessarily coming at the fans. He wasn't belittling them or attacking them. But as the star player on this team, sometimes you do just have to lie a little bit and say that the fans in Arizona are great and you love them. What you shouldn't do as the star player is go out there and say, yeah, there's no fans in Arizona. That's going to piss some people off. And it's going to force people like myself to say, so what? It's not fans' jobs to show up no matter what, despite what the local media will say. Your job is to capture our attention, and you're not doing that. The Arizona Cardinals have been atrocious to watch for the better part of 10 years. If a fan wants to be there and watch the team lose by 100 every week, go for it. But you can't get upset when it appears to be there's no fans in Arizona for the Cardinals. When your ownership is terrible, you continuously mess up the head head coaching stuff. You continuously whiff on draft picks. And every time you get Cardinals fans' hopes up, like last year, you find a way to ruin all of it. But let's not be ignorant to the fact why fans aren't showing up. Fans aren't showing up because you're a bad football product, because you're hard to watch, and you're irrelevant. The other day, TreyMcBride.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
It
sucks that like our best player on the team can't walk away from a contract negotiation meeting the first time, leaving with a smile and happy. Like, I don't get it.
It is shocking considering, what an elite player he is. If it was, somebody else, I maybe can understand, some negotiating. But I mean, what did you say they offered? 12?
12 per year annually. They have a history of starting off low. Like Buda Baker was lowballed, but he ended up becoming like the highest paid safety in the league. So eventually those will increase in numbers. But just to start that, yes, $12 million. I mean, Kelsey is a Hall of Famer. He is in shade of himself. He's still damn good, but he's not like the player he was. He's making 17, and McBride is the best tight end in football. Him and Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to at least start at 14. If you're going to lowball, start at 14.
Yeah.
It's Buddha posted something earlier today. I'll see if I can find it. Buddha was saying something about them lowballing someone, and I wasn't sure who he was referring to.
It could have been about his contract, because I remember they lowballed him initially, but ended up actually forking out the money later. Let's see what you got.
Just want bro to get his shit done. He is not asking for what you think. Bro is asking for below the bare minimum. Let's just get it done.
Wow. This is from like the leader of our team. Not the best player, the leader. Yeah. Come on, Cardinals, get your shit together. Let's go. Oh.
What up, Blue? How you doing, Blue?
Yo. What's up, Blue?
Boys. I've been told I'm a good luck charm. Well, the Cardinals could use some luck, that's for sure.
No, damn Skippy. All right, so football, that's all we got for some football news. That's all I got. Got anything else on that?
No. But if we're going to go into NBA right now, is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
I want to kick off with this because it's similar to what we're talking about right now. And, fans not supporting the team. Check this out of Memphis.
Let me see. What you got?
McDonald's medium French fries cost $4.19. The Grizzlies' home ticket price is $2. You can get 2 tickets to go to a Grizzlies game for less than a French fry at McDonald's.
Is that real? $2?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know. I seen the prices low last year, and that was with Ja. Now they got rid of, Morant.
Yeah, right. Jeez. Wow.
It's weird, wild stuff, huh?
It's pretty wild. And all teams that he goes to, Portland, with a new owner who's like publicly saying they're trying to be cheap. Like, it's crazy how the world works in sports. Isn't all business?
Well, it's an entertainment business. It's all about the Benjamins.
It's actually a decent song. What else you got, Snoop, for some football, brother? Excuse me, basketball.
Dr. J says that if LeBron hadn't tried to form him to win, he would be in my top 10 of all time. I have him at 15th place behind Scottie Pippen. What do you think about that?
Interesting.
Is that a crazy take from the doctor?
Oh. Wow. And this is an old school cat saying this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and Bleacher Report also just put out their list of top 100 NBA players.
Interesting.
And Kobe is not in the top 10. Kobe is number 11. Dr. J is at number 20. But, they got the GOAT, Michael Jordan, at number 1, where he belongs. LeBron is number 2. I don't know if I agree with that. I really think you got to put, probably Kareem up there, just, for his career length and, championships. And if it wasn't for the couple years in Milwaukee, I think he would have been a Laker his whole career.
I don't know about some of this list. Will Chamberlain needs to be higher, I think. LeBron needs to be moved back, in my opinion. I think Barkley should be moved up just a little bit, like in front of David Robinson. I would definitely do.
I don't know about that because the Admiral won championships. Barkley has no ring.
True. And looking at now that you said that, looking at the list, where's the first person that hasn't won a championship? You're right.
That would be Charles Barkley, probably.
Yep. Good point, Snoop.
Yeah.
Wow. Artist Gilmore, 100? No shit. Wes Unseld, 70. Kyrie, 69. Steve Nash, 35. Behind James Harden. I don't agree with that.
Harden, should not. I don't even know where Harden should fall. Not that high though.
Right. George Mikan, 44. Interesting. Patrick Ewing, 40. Oh, dude, Bob Cousy, 37.
Bob Cousy. Where's Dwayne Wade? I know I've seen his name on there.
He's down here. He's down there.
23. 23. So, I mean, I don't, Dwayne Wade, yeah, I mean, I guess that's about where he should be.
Interesting list. Rodman, 67. Chauncey Billups, 91st. Okay. Draymond Green is not in the top 100 players of all time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he's not. But I think they probably give him that because of how many championships he has. I don't think Klay Thompson should be up there either.
Right.
To be quite honest with you. I think if Klay's not on that Warriors team, if he's anywhere else in the league, I don't think he has the career that he did.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of an interesting
cool
list there. Yeah.
It'd be fun, Snoop. If me and you took some time and made our own list, even if it took time, do 10 spots at a time, once a week or something, put some thought into it.
So we're just talking about the top 100. Let's talk about the top 10 NBA busts of all time. And I'm not talking about bust. I'm talking about this player sucked. Kwame Brown, number 1. Darko Milicic, number 2. Greg Oden, number 3. Sam Bowie, number 4. Hashim Thabit, number 5. Number 6, we got Anthony Bennett. Number 7, Michael Alakawande. Number 8, Purvis Ellison. Number 9, LaRue Martin. Number 10, Adam Morrison.
Wow, Adam Morrison. I agree with the first 3 or 4 for sure. For sure. Those guys are all busts. I would even put DeAndre Ayton on this list.
I love it.
Dude, Adam Morrison. Wow, Anthony Bennett. These are some names I barely remember, but I do. Sam Bowie's probably the most famous one, right? Because he went in front of Mike.
Yep.
All right,
True. And I mean, I think Odin, I would put up at number 1.
Okay.
Just
how about
because
Mark?
he was regarded as such this freak talent, and he was going to be so good, and he did absolutely nothing. Kwame Brown, I think, might have been better if Michael Jordan didn't get in his head. Right. I think Michael Jordan just fucked his psyche up.
Right.
What up, Nico? How you doing, buddy?
What up, brother? Great to see you up in here, up in the chat. Shout out to you. But yeah, dude, we could even put Dragan Bender and Marquise Chris, DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, I mean, that's half the Suns. I mean, why not? Right?
I got plenty of news when you're ready, brother. Unless you got something you want to pull up.
Yeah, I got a little bit more here.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So this is Clutch Points put this out. 8 years later, and the script repeats itself. 2018 and 26, LeBron James hits free agency. 2018 and 26, Patriots lose the Super Bowl. 2018 and 26, Rockstar drops Game Changer. 2018 and 26, Odell is on the Giants. 2018 and 2026, McGregor is fighting. 2018 and 26 Golden Knights lose the Stanley Cup. 18 and 26. New Avengers come out. Kawhi gets traded to the Raptors. World Cup is on. Drake drops a new album. Trump is president. And the new Spider-Man comes out.
Wow, that's pretty nuts thinking about it. That's a lot of things to. That's crazy. Like, I just knew McGregor was coming back to fight this weekend, like this week. Like, crazy.
Yeah. I just heard something that he's going to be fighting again too. We'll see. I mean, it's been a while since he's put up a good, performance.
It's all some crazy coincidences. Kawhi, right? Movies, LeBron. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah. Let me pull this up too. This is a new rule being adapted, and I want to know what you think. It's the 1 free throw rule. They're going to be testing this during the summer leagues, which did the summer league start today? Or
Today,
tomorrow?
I believe it starts tonight with some games. Yes.
Or no, the Sun. It already started. The
tomorrow.
Suns.
Suns are tomorrow.
So, when free throws are awarded, 1 free throw worth 1, 2, or 3 points will be attempted. So, if the player's fouled while shooting a 3-pointer, they will get 1 free throw, but it'll be worth 3 points. Standard NBA free throw rules apply in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter and during overtime. The NBA G League has used this rule since 2019 and 20 to improve game flow.
Did not know this, Snoop.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So basically, the 1 free throw rule will be tested at the upcoming NBA Summer Leagues. With this rule, any foul that would typically result in 1, 2, or 3 free throws under standard NBA rules will instead result in a single free throw attempt. That attempt will be worth the same total number of points as the free throws it replaces. I don't know if I like this.
Don't know if I like it either. Thinking about it. Yeah, it's like you should have. So if it's not last 2 minutes, you get fouled on a 3-pointer. 1 free throw is worth 3 points. Is that what it's saying?
Well, apparently not in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. But the rest of the first 46 minutes, that's crazy, right? Because somebody gets fouled shooting a 3, they got 3 chances to miss, and now you're going to give them 1, and if they make it, they automatically get 3 points. What if they miss the second, and third free throw? I
don't like this either. Just initially, this is the first time I heard about it. I will say this: you brought up something that I wanted to talk about. So. There is a problem with about free throws at the end of the game. Let me explain. If you're down by 3, hold on, let me explain this right. Let's say it's 10 seconds left. You got the ball. You're down by 3, right? The other team can foul you, put you on the line for 2, right? I don't like that strategy. I haven't. I just think it's a cop-out. Okay, let's just put the guy in the free throw line because there's no chance of making 3. I think that's the free throw problem the NBA has. What's your thoughts on that?
I get why they're doing it. They want to improve game flow. I just don't think that it makes the game competitive. Look, FFS Space Pod says speeds up the game. And that's exactly what it does. But there is that problem at the end of the game with the fouls. I've never been a big fan of how NBA games seem to linger on at the end like that. It's
that's just one rule I brought up. Or even if you're the same scenario, you're down by 4 or 5, or coming out of timeout, 3-point game, the other team can foul you and just put you on the line. Don't even attempt, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Templar? What up, baby?
Hey, chat. Don't forget to like and share this. It's free and it helps them grow. That's right. It's free. My favorite 4-letter F word. Free.
F-R-E-E. That spells free. Cheers.
I liked it until the 46-minute thing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem fair to me. You know what I mean? Because, let's say a team is down by 3 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left and gets fouled. Now you're going to award them 3 points for making 1 free throw. You know, you got to make them shoot that. I don't like it.
Personally, don't think the free throw thing. Just don't call as many fouls. Players, stop flopping.
Yeah, stop
Straight
flopping.
up. Just that's the problem right there. Is the players.
You hear that, SGA? We're talking to you.
So
we know that you're out there watching. So stop it.
our boy John Voida did a deep dive into him for the season that was crazy. He went through every shot that he attempted during the season. 38% of the time that he shot the ball, he was on the ground. That's nuts. Now, like thinking about players that go to the hoop, like a Dwayne Wade, his percentage was not that high, and that's all he did, right? Getting to the rim, right? Trying to cause a foul. He was always on the ground. But that's almost 4 out of 10 shots you're on the ground. It's crazy.
That is crazy. I got one more little Stephen A. Smith clip, and I can't stand this guy personally, but I want to play this clip real quick.
Flex's homeboy.
Is it really?
Well, no, I meant it sarcastic.
Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they going with a bunch of white dudes? Your 3 top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. What y'all think this is? It's basketball. In NBA history, when have you seen your 3 most prominent players on a basketball team all be white? And that takes you to the promised land. Somebody got to say it, so I'm saying it. This is basketball. I'm not complaining. I'm simply making the point. The Los Angeles Lakers, you ain't going anywhere being led by 3 white dudes in today's generation of basketball. I'm letting you know right now, it ain't happening. And Luka's a bad brother. And Austin Reeves is no scrub. And they both have earned what they have earned. And then with LeBron James or some other brothers, I get. But those 2 and Walker Kessler, you ain't scaring anybody with that. And Rob Pelinka has done made this white dude central. No wonder LeBron James walked out the door.
No wonder LeBron James walked out the doors because they didn't even want LeBron back. LeBron walked because they were forcing him to. They weren't going to sign him.
Plus, I heard he didn't want to play there either, too.
Yeah.
The best thing about that clip was the image at the bottom. That fire graphic. Other than that, garbage. Garbage.
Dude, do we not remember Bob Cousy, John Havlicek? And I'm sure if I look through a roster, I could find one more legit white dude on the Boston Celtics. I know they had Russell, but come on.
Good point, Stu.
And this guy's talking about running for president. Fuck this guy. I'm going to give him a big old fucking bird right there. That's from Larry.
Hey, give him a trumpet, Snoop. Give him a trumpet. Stephen A. Smith, Snoop's got something for you.
Yeah, where is it? So fuck Stephen A. Smith. We don't like you here at the Pick Is In. Templar, he don't like you either. All right? Stephen A. Smith, stay off the weed. Hey, don't be blaming the drugs, man.
Stay off the weed, man.
Don't blame the weed, man.
That's right. Stephen A. Smith. Calling the Lakers basically the Indiana Hoosiers. Right? Man.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I got 2 more things, but let's wait till after your stuff, and then we'll play these last 2 things.
All right, Snoop. Dive in some news. I got something shared up on the screen I'd like to share. Donovan Mitchell reached an agreement. Contract extension. Tons of money here. $273 million off a 4-year extension with a player option for the 2030, 2031 year. My gosh, that is just a buttload of money. So it breaks down in year 1, $60.9 million. Year 2, $65.8 million. Year 3, $70.6 million. And year 4, $75.5 million, which will be the highest in the NBA, surpassing Devin Booker's mark. Snoop, thoughts?
Man, I'm okay with these players making money and making a good amount of money at that. But you know what's happening is these exorbitant salaries are hurting the fans. They're making it unaffordable for people to go to games. You know what I mean? And it's only gonna get worse. You know what I mean? Like a family of 4 or 5 trying to go to a basketball game, you know, you're looking at thousands of dollars. I mean, when we were kids growing up, it would be less than $100 maybe.
And that was a lot back then too. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's just the world that we live in type of problem. That's the problem. Everything keeps going up and up and up. Everybody is struggling to survive. You know, like literally.
I think it was Mr. AZ, I think, posted the other day.
Mr. AZ Sports.
He went to a game. It must have been a Diamondbacks game, and he said that the parking was $50.
Yeah.
The ticket was $30 or something like that. You're like, what the fuck, dude? $50 to park for a couple hours?
I think it was a weekday game too. That's the parking down there is ridiculous. Even though the Diamondbacks are most affordable team in baseball to go see a game, besides parking, they're really cheap. They have $4.
Luka is not a white dude. He's Latvian. What the fuck is he then? Our Eastern Europeans are considered white, aren't they? Are they considered Asian? I mean, what? I know Russians could be considered Asians, I guess. So maybe Latvia could be.
It just proves that Stephen A. Smith's take was garbage.
Yeah,
just proves that.
For sure.
You know, a lot of people gave Booker grief with this money he's making. Well, it's you got to think about this. It's about the same percentage of the cap every year. The cap is just increasing. That's the problem. And I agree with you, Snoop. It's too much damn money that they're paying these athletes. I mean, I understand.
Well,
it's a kid's game. It's a kid's game, for God's sakes. You know, $75 million to play a basketball.
It's also a lot of money to wrap up in one player.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think it makes it hard to build a strong starting 5 if you're going to put out that much dough to one player. You know, it makes it difficult to get guys around him for competitive wages. You know,
great. God, you're right. Just thinking about a memory, like $80 to $100. Me and my dad, parking, tickets to his son's game, food while we're there, maybe like a collector's cup or something like that. There, like you're right. Like now it's a lot of freaking money to go. Like a lot.
Dude, think about this. We could rent out the whole Grizzlies arena for what? $30,000? Just us two at the game. Rent out the whole fucking arena. Oh man!
If the Grizzlies score 100 points, everybody gets a large order of French fries.
Right?
Remember that in semi-pro, the big check. That too.
Yeah.
That. Oh man.
Yeah.
So got some other news since we move forward. Snoop, did you hear the news about LeBron breaking his teams down and taking one off? So let me see if I can pull it right here. Cool. It's now the Cavs, Heat, Sixers, T-Wolves, and Warriors as he removed the Denver Nuggets off of his list. So now 5 teams are in contention for LeBron James's services. On Polymarket, which is a sports betting website, releases this morning, gave percentages on his next home, giving Cleveland almost 50%, 46.1% of the chance, Miami being second, Golden State being third, and the Sixers being 3. LeBron James will not make an announcement soon, everybody. It's not coming soon, per Shams. He's spending time with family, and it's kind of holding up free agency a little bit with the second wave. So this is crazy, Snoop. Rich Paul said this week. If the Knicks had not won the NBA championship, he would be on board to go into the Knicks. Wow. So LeBron talk.
I guess, you know, he doesn't want to look like, oh, I just went to the Knicks because they won the championship. He doesn't want people saying that shit. I don't know if he returns to Cleveland. I know that's seems to be the most common choice, and I think that's just because he was just back there vacationing. He was back in Ohio, I think, for the 4th of July or something.
Yeah, he's still there. He was golfing today there.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got family and friends back there. Of course, he's going to go back there. I mean, you know, I heard or I read something else this morning that that could be what's holding up the Bridges' deal to the Suns is because Minnesota is waiting to see what LeBron does, and then now they might be interested in Royce O'Neal going to the Timberwolves as well. So lots of stuff happening around there.
Good
Nico
point. It's like
says
6
LeBron
teams.
to Minnesota, make it happen.
Hey. King James to the
I don't-
T-Wolves.
I don't think he'll go there. Maybe though. It just doesn't seem like a market that he would want to go to. I would say the two teams to choose from would be Cleveland or Miami.
And it's I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to. I don't know, man. He's holding up things, and you're right. There's like 6 teams there. It's all dominoes. Like there's a lot of trades that are not official yet because of this domino effect from LeBron, other trades as well. Yeah, there's a lot of wait and see. I mean, we officially announced the Bridges deal today, but there's a lot of dominoes. You're totally right with that. Totally right. So we'll see how it plays out, Snoop.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that he didn't have interest in coming to Phoenix, being as that his other kid plays at U of A. So
I was kind of surprised by that too.
Yeah.
The more I think about this, Snoop, I kind of want him in Miami.
Why?
Because he would be a great facilitator there. You guys need one. I think he would change his game. I think he could probably lead the league in assists if he went to Miami.
Y'all know you want to see Ant, LaMelo, and Bron. No, I sure don't.
No. No.
I don't like any of those 3 players. I mean, I can tolerate Bron like when he was in Miami. And I mean, I guess, I wouldn't mind seeing him back in Miami either. I don't think the Miami fan base really wants him back after the way he left, So.
What do you say? Come on, man. Come on, man. That should be our next soundbite.
Yeah, right. That's a good one.
All right.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where he lands. And like you said, it is holding up a lot of things around the NBA. So it would be nice if he would just shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool. We talked about this last week. Espo brought up a good point and posted something. Shout out to him. He's like, how you have the decision and he's on TV? Why don't you have the decision from the teams pitch him on TV? Have those 4 or 5 teams go on a show with him and just pitch him and have America watch it. That'd be kind of cool. Since he did the decision.
Well, like an episode of Shark Tank?
Yeah. Or like Weakest Link.
Yeah, right. Well, talk to your boy Joe Cirillo, see if he can set it up. He knows TV people.
He does. Shout out to Joe. So we got some other news I want to go over real quick. Some signings from this past week. In other news, restricted free agent, Tari Eason agreed to a 5-year, $81.5 million deal to return to the Houston Rockets. The deal is fully guaranteed. He's a good player. Other news, 7-footer Niamis Hueda will sign a 4-year, $56 million extension to stay with the Boston Celtics franchise. This kid can play. He's a damn good big man. He averaged 10 and 8 and 1.3 blocks during the season. So shout out to Carter. I know he's one of his favorite players. This guy can play. He's going to be a damn good center. And then in other news, to justify the biggest bust in NBA history, the Los Angeles Lakers are trading DeAndre Ayton to the Washington Wizards to join Street Clothes for Jaden Hardy, and 2 Wizards second-round picks in 2031 and 2032. It's pretty sad that this guy was the number 1 overall pick, and you're getting traded for 2 seconds and a very minimal role player.
Boy, I mean, him and AD are just going to turn that franchise around, huh?
Oh, man. Props to the Lakers for getting off of him. For real. This guy's not going to be in the league. This time next year. Book it right here. He is not going to be in the league.
I was shocked he lasted as long as he did, to be honest. I thought LeBron would have gotten sick of him right away. I thought he would have been sick of him during preseason. Like, motherfucker, what are we doing with this guy?
Right. Oh, man. I don't know what Washington's thinking trying to get him either. Now you got him in street clothes. I mean, right?
Hey, at least DA will play. unless it's raining.
Oh Jesus! Or
Remember
try to
that?
play.
Remember that he missed the game because it was
raining. Yeah, it was here. That's right, wasn't it? Or was it L.A.? I think it was
Portland.
here.
It was Portland. It was when he was in Portland. It was a home game in Oregon.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, it was raining really bad. And I guess the way that his house is situated, like it was impossible. I'm surprised the team did fly a helicopter.
This guy, he's got a couple screws loose, man, up top. What do you say?
Screw LeBron. The game will be better when he is gone. Yeah, maybe. You know, LeBron gets a lot of hate, you know, and I try not to be a hater, but it's hard not to hate him, you know, because he's just so unlikable. You know? Like, and you know, and then there's the whole Boule Society connections.
Oh yeah, all the shit. Mm-hmm. All that shit will probably come out once he's done playing, right?
Yeah. Well, I got some stuff to bring up when you're done with the news regarding it. So.
All right. So let's knock out the rest of the news. Snoop. Sacramento Kings are waving DeMar DeRozan, making the 6-time All-Star, one of the top free agents available per ESPN.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you kind of answered it right there, but I mean, he's a top free agent.
He's one of them.
He really. What did he do in Sacramento?
You didn't hear much about him. He was 20,
and he's what, 14th, 15th season?
He's deep. He's getting old. I think he averaged like 19, 20 this past year. He was averaging about 21, 22 in the last couple of years. But
I mean, I'm not a fan. You know, I guess, you know, if he wanted to go play somewhere for the vet minimum, whatever, you know, but I just don't see him as a hot commodity. This news is a couple days old. It's not like people are calling him up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, we'll see. If this guy was a point guard, I'd be all about maybe talking to him, but he's not. But yeah, I think he's definitely on the downswing of his career, and we'll see what team swoops up on him.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of chatter from Miami, but I don't know about that one either.
Okay. In other news, free agent Rui Hachimura agreed on a 2-year, $28 million deal to sign with the Clippers. He's not moving anywhere far. Same arena from the Lakers to the Clippers. Quietly, the Lakers are having a pretty decent offseason, in my opinion. And in other news...
What are you doing with 3 white boys at Haywood?
Oh, Jesus, Steven. The Hoosiers. And then, you talked about that 6-team trade that's on hold because all these dominoes. It's too much to describe, so I'm not going to get into it there. It's just really too much to describe. Did you hear about Jalen Brunson undergoing surgery on his left wrist, Snoop? He's expected to return to basketball activities later this summer.
I did not hear about that.
Well, he was playing hurt during the run. It was heavily taped during the playoffs as well. Shout out to the Knicks, world champs. Shout out to them, man. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. In other news, the Lakers are the most active to pursue unrestricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga, who is on the Atlanta Hawks. No offer has been made. Again, domino effect with everything that's going on with the 16 deal and LeBron news as well. Did you hear about the investigation on Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors and Clippers? Did you hear about this?
I didn't know that the Raptors were involved in it. Yes, I did know because it's about the way they did his contract. He was paid through some other endorsement deal or something like that. They gave him millions.
So basically, in a nutshell, the owner of the Clippers gave him extra money funneling through endorsements instead of the contract hitting the salary cap. And now there's an investigation going on with it. So the trade is not approved yet. Per sources in the league. And it looks like the Raptors are going to take responsibility for whatever fallout happens. So keep an eye out on that. Maybe this trade doesn't happen. I don't know. We'll see. That's pretty nuts that I think his name is, what's his name? Steve Ball? I forget the owner's name, the Clippers.
Steve Ballmer.
Thank you. But dude, to pay your superstar in endorsements rather than salary cap to help your team, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that Steve Ballmer seems like a shady guy. I don't really know that much about him, but I do know that he was connected to the Kardashians somehow. Maybe they have some businesses or something together.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, and he seems like an asshole.
Is that the same Clipper? That's not the same owner they had back in the day, the racist guy, right?
No.
Okay.
No, but dude, there's a good show, and I don't remember the name of it. I think it's on Hulu or something, or maybe it's on Netflix. But where they talk about it's like a multi-episode series about the whole Clippers situation and that racist dude and the girl
Really?
involved and everything. It was really good. I forget what it was called. I'll have to find out. But it was good. Or maybe it's on HBO. I think it's on HBO Max. Because I think it's the same people that made the Lakers one that's out there.
Oh, that one's pretty good. I watched that one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Did you hear about Patrick Ewing, Snoop?
I was coaching somewhere.
Yeah. New York Knicks legend and Georgetown legend Patrick Ewing has agreed to become an assistant coach for the Washington Wizards. Wow. DeAndre Ayton, got a big man to coach you. Street clothes, you got a big man to coach you. Wow. Ewing has been an ambassador role with the Knicks and now returns to the coaching sidelines in D.C. Wow, he's one of your favorite players, Stu, wasn't he?
No, he's not one of my favorite players. He sweats too much, and I hated mopping up after him.
Oh, that's what he said.
But I don't see this lasting more than a season.
Right? I wonder if he's going to get if he can move up, as far as being a head coach someday. I don't know too much about his coaching skills, but it's always cool to see a legend giving back, and coaching is definitely giving back.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what he can do with both of those guys. Mostly what he can do with DA. I don't think he can do much with AD for the fact that AD is just too old and probably doesn't want to learn anymore. I get that kind of vibe from him. But
man, I will say this, Snoop. I'll say this: if the Wizards had this team a couple years ago, it'd be kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
With Trae Young, right? AD, Ayton a few years ago when he actually was playing pretty good. A couple years, when he was light at the back end of his career with us, he played pretty damn good, especially those playoffs. But man,
I don't agree. It's hard. It's hard to have a good team when your star player being Anthony Davis is going to miss half the season
every year,
and then DeAndre Ayton can't even go up to the basket strong. It's going to be hard for them to win.
Agree. Shoot. Let's see. I got two more things of news to power through real fast. So, here's a percentage of breakdown as of July 9th, as far as the percentage of players that finished the 25-26 season are under contract for next year. Player retention remains a high priority in the league, and so does draft picks. So I'll just give you a little breakdown. We still got a lot of free agents still out there. Not as big as what it was. And then in other news, this hits home. And we talk about this in our recording with the great Erik Ruby. Talk about this, Snoop. Jerry Colangelo. Man, might be getting a franchise in Vegas. NBA Hall of Fame member Jerry Colangelo is part of an investment group pursuing an expansion team in Las Vegas that they would be called the Las Vegas Jacks. Colangelo is the former owner of the Suns. Colangelo's group includes a brand new state-of-the-art arena on the Las Vegas Strip. And what was the other names in his team, Snoop?
The other names in his team?
Yeah, like Vinny Del Negro is part of this team that's trying to buy
Vinny Del Negro. I'm not sure who else. I know that I think they've already raised, $8 billion. I think they have for the team, and they're projected, if they are approved, the franchise is projected to go up to 14 million or billion. I mean,
damn,
and that includes the arena, I believe. I could be wrong. The name sucks. The Las Vegas Jacks. I don't like it at all. I think they're playing off of the Las Vegas Aces. So I think that's kind of the thought process behind it.
What do you think, Snoop, for a name? What do you think? Just off top, being from Vegas.
I don't know. Las Vegas. There's a lot of things they could go with. I guess. I really don't know.
I don't like the Jacks either.
Yeah, I don't have a suggestion. You know, I'd have to really think about it. You know, but yeah, it's a stupid team name. I hope they have a vote on it.
I will say this to all the people in Las Vegas. If this guy right here that we're talking about, his group, gets your team and starts a franchise, you're in great hands. Jerry Colangelo knows what the hell he's doing. He straight up single-handedly saved U.S. basketball in the Olympics as well. People forget about that. He's the one that brought those redeemed teams. Remember, if there's a period of time the star players didn't want to play in the Olympics, he's the one that got it back to USA winning gold consistently. Yep. So you're in great hands, Las Vegas. This happens.
I wonder if Brian will be involved in it or not.
I wonder too. We got to look into I don't even know what he's doing these days. What's up, Cram?
What up, Cram? Las Vegas Deuces.
Ooh,
it's not bad. It's better than Jack's.
Yeah, it is better than Jack's. I kind of like the Deuces. Isn't there like the Aces? Is that the WNBA team there? Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't they have a minor league baseball team there?
Hey, WNBA champion Las Vegas Aces. Put some respect on it.
Okay. Champion.
What'd you say? Is there a minor league? What?
Don't they have a minor league baseball team there too? I don't know. I forget what they're called, but
the Athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the oh shit, what were they called? We used to go to some of the games. Las Vegas. They changed a few times. I forget the names.
Okay. One other news, Snoop. Upper Deck has extended its exclusive 35-year partnership with Michael Jordan, naming him its first legacy partner. The company is celebrating with a new signed Jordan collectibles tied to the 40th anniversary of his iconic 1986-1987 Fleer rookie card. 40 years, Snoop. 40 years this card's been out.
Yeah, and what's crazy to think is there's still unopened packs out there in it.
That blows my fucking mind. Actually, 40 years and packs of cards still have not been opened from that set.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
This comedian Dan Soder on his podcast, what they would do is they would take a pack of 1989 Hoops cards, and they would open a pack at the end of every episode. He would have his guest open the pack.
It's pretty gangster.
Yeah. And people started gifting him boxes, unopened boxes. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Jordan Fleer card in person? I have once when I was younger. A friend of mine had one.
Yeah, I used to work in a baseball card shop when I was in junior high.
All right. That's a pretty iconic card.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got some.
I wish I had one.
Maybe in your storage?
No, I said I wish I had one. Shit, if I had one, I'd sell that thing so fucking fast and buy me a plane ticket to Bohemian Grove.
That's all I got for NBA non-Suns news. Everything else is knocked out. What else you got, Snoop?
So let me see here. Which one should we play first? I got two videos from Bishop Larry Gators.
Who's that?
Let's hold on 1 second. Let's watch this one first. That's Bishop Larry Gators.
Okay.
And this is talking about when Bronny James had his cardiac arrest on the basketball court.
LeBron James' days are numbered. I don't want him to die. You got people that, the bishop wants him. I don't want him to die. But when you make a deal with the devil, make a deal. Now, with Bronny having his heart situation, that was a warning shot over the bow. It was a warning. We could have killed him.
Yeah.
That's why LeBron, I'm going to say it to him again, LeBron, your days are numbered. You need Christ. Because Christ is the only person that can get you out of this mess, okay? The day before the assassination of Kobe Bryant, LeBron passed Kobe Bryant.
I remember that.
For, I believe, third or fourth place, the third place on the all-time scoring list, okay?
In Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. home of the Boule Secret Society, home of the Prince Masonic Order, and home of the AME Church.
So yeah, it's interesting. This Bishop Larry Gators has a whole thing about Kobe, and he goes in detail about the Kobe Bryant, like he said, assassination. And it's about a 3-hour long video. Let's play this second video, and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
LeBron James, let me tell you something about LeBron. We're talking about Antarctica, the Cell of the Fallen Angels. No other team in the NBA wants him. His time is up. His time is up. No team wants him. And when he retires, his number will be called to either him, his wife, his daughter, or one of his sons. Somebody has to be sacrificed because we allowed you, LeBron, to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, okay? We gave you what you want. You're the greatest scorer in NBA history. We need someone to be liquidated. His number will be called. And you got a lot of listeners, oh, you're saying he's going to die. I'm not saying he's going to die like Kobe. Something's about to come up. Be called. You see, anyone on that line, especially the rappers, to go higher into the rap industry, you have to be butt broken, like you said, in humiliation, okay? And so they're butt broken. That's the system. And if you don't want to give in, they're trying to destroy you. But LeBron James, so let me say this, and we're going to end it here today. LeBron James' days are numbered. His days are numbered.
His days are numbered.
Wow. There's certainly something behind all this, because every now and then we hear some shit, in the background about what's really going on. So it sucks, but it's gotta be talked about because it actually is a real issue. It's not something we're fabricating. It's actually there's shit that comes out that makes you go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. You hear about it all the time in the entertainment industries, not just sports, but music, everything. People get sacrificed. Kanye supposedly sacrificed his mother. Jay-Z sacrificed, was it Aaliyah? Or something like that. And, Kobe, I guess Kobe, there's a lot of speculation that he may have been taken out by the pharmaceutical industry.
Was he suing them or something?
And it was looking like he was going to win. And, I don't know. I can't say for certain that that's exactly what's happening, but, you hear about this stuff all the time, And then LeBron, he's got that big Boule Society tattoo on his chest.
A lot of people don't even know what that is. That's what it is.
They mentioned the Prince Hall Freemasonry. That's the only black Freemason lodge in the country, is Prince Hall.
Is James Goldstein LeBron's neighbor?
Crypt keeper himself, man. I don't know, but he might be the one that they signed the deal with. I don't know. He looks creepy as fuck.
Agreed. Wow. Yeah. What else you got, Snoop? You got anything else, brother?
That's it for me, buddy. We got an amazing interview with the great Erik Ruby, and then what? We'll come back after that, and we'll talk a little bit more about some Arizona sports history.
Yeah, how long is the recording, Snoop?
About an hour and 3 minutes.
So everybody at home, pop one open, get your popcorn out, especially you Suns fans out there. It's a great conversation. This guy has great basketball knowledge. He's got a great attitude about him, and he's just a nice guy. We talk about all kinds of stuff, his background, how he got into it. He's been in media here in the Valley for quite some time on some pretty big shows as a producer. He's got a degree in broadcasting, sports broadcasting, which, is cool as heck. He works at PHNX Sports, and they have great content over there. It's something I watch on the regular. getting some of my news and info here local in the Valley. But this guy was great, man. Erik Ruby, he's been part of the Suns media for quite some time, and I'm very proud and honored to say he was on the Pick Us In podcast.
Yeah. So we'll see you in about an hour and 3 minutes, folks.
Cheers. This is Haywood with Snoop. We were so fortunate and so lucky. Look who we have up in studio, Snoop. The one and only Erik Ruby from PHNX. What up, baby?
How's it going, guys? I appreciate you all having me. I've got some wow. That's red carpet treatment there.
Yeah. Cheers to you, brother. How's your day? How you doing?
It was good. I'll cheers with my water bottle here. Taking it easy on the alcohol front before we go to Vegas this week. Week's been good, man. Busy time. Off season's in full swing. Summer League coming up. Free agency just got done. So having fun over on PHNX Suns and having a good time, but definitely staying very, very busy.
No problem, man.
You know what?
Go ahead,
dude. Speaking of Vegas, man, I want to just ask right out the gate. I'm sure you heard about this. Our boy Jerry Colangelo, NBA Hall of Famer, is part of an investment group pursuing an expansion team in Las Vegas. They would call the Las Vegas Jacks. What do you think about this?
It's a terrible name.
Yeah. The name is
the Jacks is pretty tough. I mean, you can't use the Kings, which feels like it'd be pretty easy there. So I don't really know what they're going to be doing over there. I think Jerry Colangelo is a good guy to get involved, though. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. It'd be weird to be going up against a Jerry Colangelo team, but I mean, it's been long enough. You're 2 owners removed now, so I think it's cool that he might potentially be getting back in the game. I just really hope that they choose a better name than the Jacks, because there's just way too many nicknames with that they probably don't want to have.
Yeah.
I want to show all the great people at home where they can find Erik's great work. I want to share something, Snoop, if you could pull it on up. Go give Erik Ruby a follow over on his Twitter page. Here's his handle, and then he does all of his work over on the PHNX Suns podcast and over at PHNX. So got your YouTube, everything I want to show up there. Go give these guys a follow, man. He's on a great show, great team over at PHNX. A lot of good insight. You spit out daily content on the show, correct? You spit out shows every day?
Yes, sir, man. I mean, if you're a Suns fan or if you're just a basketball fan, we just love talking basketball 5 days a week. During the off season, it's 3 p.m. shows, Arizona time, Monday through Friday. During the season, pregame shows, watch-alongs, and postgame shows for every single game, plus live shows interspersed throughout the week as well. It's great as a Suns fan, man. It's cool to be able to be a part of the community and be kind of a gathering place for Suns fans. And I'm also on the PHNX Sun Devils show too. So if you're an ASU football fan, ASU basketball fan, or just ASU fan in general, you can check out that. Also live 5 days a week, that one at 1 o'clock AZ time. So if you are a local sports fan, Cardinals, Mercury, Diamondbacks, Wildcats, Sun Devils, Suns, like we got you covered 5 days a week.
Totally right. Anytime I put it on your page, you guys always got something on. Even like late in the evening.
Always.
Yeah, you guys got a great team, like a lot of good people that work over there with you. How long have you been with them? And how'd you get your foot in the door with them?
So I got hired in 2023. So in October, it'll be 3 years there. So I originally started working in the media space about 6 months after I graduated from Cronkite in 2021. I was hired as an on-call board operator at 98.7, the local sports radio station. Through some luck there, I ended up being the afternoon contributor over on Burns and Gambo. So I was helping producing Burns and Gambo, was on air with them, and then did that for about 2 years. And then my co-host on PHNX Sun Devils, Anthony Totri, him and I actually went to Cronkite together. Him and I got coffee randomly one weekday in the middle of the summer in 2023, and he mentioned to me that they might be looking to hire a producer. So I applied to be a producer there. Didn't get the job at first, got the job another time around, and then eventually was producing PHNX Suns behind the scenes in 2023 for about a year. Well, I was also hosting on air for Sun Devils, and then about a year in there, they gave me a shot on the Suns show. So that is the shorthand version of how I got to where I am today.
Wow, producer, you got you got a great mouth on you. You're great for freaking dude. You got a great voice. Like that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Come on, Snoop, whatever. But a producer, that kind of shocks me. So producer over at 98.7. That's awesome. I did not know that. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah,
and you're
man.
you're born and raised here, correct?
Yeah, born and raised through and through here, and always wanted to be on air. But the reality of the industry is that you don't just walk in and get on air opportunities. So you gotta work your way up. It's hard. I mean, it's a lot of work. You got to be doing all the production stuff. I think in sports, you got to be able to edit. You got to be able to shoot video. You got to be able to edit video, audio, make thumbnails, use Photoshop. And then if you could talk, that's a pretty big plus, right? So you got to kind of be well-rounded, and I think it was good. You gotta do your time, right? You got to put in the work and work your way up. And so, producing was always fun. It definitely wasn't what I think I was meant to do, because I am a talker, or as Haywood would say, maybe in a more seductive way. But yeah, no, it's definitely been a journey.
Were you producing when it was, who was it? Flex, Gerald,
Yep.
Espo? Yeah, okay.
So
Cool.
yeah,
I wasn't
first
sure
year-
because that's you came on after Flex left and okay.
So my first year producing was the first year they brought Flex in full time a couple months before I got hired, and so it was at that point Flex, Saul, Lindsay, Gerald, Espo was the 5-person rotation on the show, and then I was producing, and then some things shifted around that next summer. Flex retired from being full-time in the industry. Flex is a great dude. Saul got promoted within the company. Espo got promoted to Saul's old job. And so there was just a lot of kind of moving parts. So then, they knew that I wanted to be on air, and I was trying to do my most to get kind of on air reps. But they definitely, they took a shot on me. Like, I'm pretty sure I was the youngest full-time on-air person in the state for a media outlet. And so they definitely took a shot on me from being a producer, but I'm happy they did.
Yeah,
And
that's
you're,
awesome, man. We had Flex on. Gosh, how long is it? A few months ago, I guess it's been now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's such a great dude, and I was really bummed when he left the show. I was like, damn, because it was such an amazing, still is, but it's just amazing getting to see him all the time, because I consider him one of the best insiders in the game.
Agreed. And working with him, man, he's a good dude. Cameras on, cameras off, like that's my guy, man. Him and I clicked really instantly, and he is he knows more than even what he shares, and I think that's what people don't understand about being an insider is there's so much more that and you don't share, and so a lot of people go at him for stuff they don't really know what they're talking about.
Right.
But no, he's a good dude, and he's very plugged in, and it was definitely rough to see him go, because he brings a certain type of energy that's hard to replicate even beyond all the insider stuff and sources.
And as an insider, you kind of have to watch your P's and Q's on what you say, correct? So he does a great job of that. You're talking about your crew that you have now. You have Gil, right? You have Steven, I believe, right? Good mix. I like your little comedic things that you do with them. You guys are a good mix together. Steven brings a little basketball IQ, and you're the Gil's new, correct? He jumped on recently, correct?
So Gil got hired in November, and man, they're great. I think that the show that we have now has such a great balance and such a fun chemistry. We all get along on air and off air. Steven's the smartest basketball mind I've ever met. It's honestly insane. I really don't understand how he operates. He will be a coach one day or on a coaching staff.
I was going to ask you if he coaches.
Not currently, but I'll be honest, the way that Jordan Ott looks at him when he asks questions, I could tell that's going to happen soon. He'll start asking questions, and Jordan Ott he'll sit up, kind of lock in. He'll call him. He'll be like, "Yes, Steven. Of course, Steven." Like, you know, he's locked in on him. But man, we got a great group, man. And I think that as far as, you know, Suns fans, we've got a rambunctious fan base, to say the least. So it's always good to kind of be like a lightning rod for everybody. And you know, we're still, you know, I don't say relatively new, but, you know, we haven't even been together for a full year as a crew. You know, this is all of our first, you know, full-time, you know, on-air media jobs and stuff. So hopefully just getting better by the day and continuing to kind of elevate from where we were before. But, you know, we have a ton of fun, and we talk about a lot of different aspects of basketball, man. It's a great time every day.
Yeah, I haven't missed a show in a while. I'm pretty glued, so you got a viewer here. I'm very not just entertained, but educated. You guys have a good mix, all three of you guys. So keep it up, keep up the great work, and I mean that. So, and you know, somebody that has, I'm born and raised here like you. Snoop's been a longtime Suns fan. You're a vintage NBA gear enthusiast,
dude. I mean, man, I can't believe how bad sports gear is nowadays, man. It's actually like relatively depressing. Like I'll go around, me and my wife love to go like kind of thrifting and antiquing and stuff like that. That's one of our main hobbies that we do. And somehow like all these like antique stores, every once in a while, you'll just be like, wow, that's the coolest piece of like Suns merch that I've ever seen. And just the quality is so high. And I think the Suns specifically had such a good kind of like 90s era. Like the Suns and the Hornets are kind of like these two teams where you look at like their 90s vintage gear and it's just like everything hits. But honestly, it's just the quality. Like you wear a t-shirt nowadays from, I'm not going to name anywhere, but like you wear a t-shirt and it could fall apart in like 3 washes. Meanwhile, these things from the 90s and maybe the early 2000s, like they've been around and they're in way better condition than anything that you see that's made in post 2015, basically.
So can you explain this fit to me?
Of course I can. I'd love to explain that fit.
Cool.
So,
I'm ready to hear it.
That's gangster.
So that was one of, I think that's my most recent purchase.
With the pants too?
So that's the thing, right? So I was out at an antique store with my wife, and I saw that, and I took a picture of it because I'd never, like, I see so many of those jackets, right? Like I've seen jumpsuits and, you know, everything like that. Like I'm aware that was a thing in the 90s, but I had not seen a Suns jacket with like the matching pants. So I took a picture of it and I posted it on Twitter, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I haven't seen something like this before, but it was pretty expensive. So I was like, I'm going to be responsible and I'm going to walk away from this, even though it pains me. The tweet blew up. Everybody was like, you have to get this. Then people started being like, I'm going to go get it. And then they started naming the store where it was at. And I'm like, okay, there's too much heat on this right now. So I called the next morning and I purchased it over the phone, because I was like, I couldn't get it out of my head, and I was like, I gotta wear it on draft night, and it's pretty comfy, man. Like those pants, it's like sweatpants on the inside. So it was a great purchase.
So do you know what it is?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously it's an All-Star weekend uniform, but do you know what it is?
I know it's a starter jacket, and I think I don't know if it's any player worn anything. I'm pretty sure it was just something that was just sold for fans. But yeah, I mean,
so I'm going to tell you what it is, because I have the exact same one.
Oh, do you?
I do. I was a ball boy for the Suns.
Oh,
and in 1994-95, I was a ball boy, which was the year of the All-Star game. That was the uniform they gave us to wear during All-Star weekend.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I didn't know that.
That right there is an All-Star weekend Phoenix Suns ball boy uniform.
Wow. That's awesome. I appreciate
So now I don't know. They may have sold, you know, the jacket retail wise. They may have. I don't know. But that is for sure what we wore All-Star weekend.
Dude,
and the hat is a match too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So that hat,
I'll bring it up again. Yeah.
I bought that hat from a friend of mine that I met kind of looking around and finding vintage sports gear. He's really, really great. He actually makes some clothes that I wear on air sometimes, but he was selling that hat the first time that I met him. I had a whole conversation with him, and that hat is authentic from back then too. That's the whole fit. I did not know that was a that was a ball boy one. Man, that's really, really cool. I appreciate you telling me that. I got even more of an affinity towards that now because I just love the history of this type of stuff.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was blown away when I saw you post that. And then, if you know who Sun's uniform tracker is, I don't know if you follow him. He posted a shirt that us ball boys wore for preseason that same season, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude! That's crazy that you guys are finding these things out there." I'm like, "Wow." Mine are sitting in storage in Las Vegas right now.
I mean, hey, at least you got them. Though. At least you know where they are, because the thing that I can't believe is that like people are parting with this stuff. Like I see some of the coolest stuff, and I get like you can make a good amount of money off of it. Like a lot of the jackets like are selling for. I saw some that were selling for like $300, like these Palace starter jackets, like whatever they are. You can make a lot of money, but to me, it's just like I can't imagine getting rid of anything like that ever. Even if you're not going to wear it, like I'm pretty lucky that like I can kind of justify spending money on these things because it's like, well, I can actually wear it to work and it's like somewhat like encouraged. So even if you're not going to wear it, you got to keep it. I just can't imagine giving up that type of stuff.
Well, I have to imagine that you know people pass away or something, and then people inherit it and they don't know what it is or what to do with it, so they're just like, oh, here, we'll just donate it to Goodwill or whatever, you know.
It's
that's the only thing I can think of as to why someone would get rid of it.
Some people also just like, I think that some people don't care, right? Like some people don't care or don't understand, and maybe they cared a long time ago, but they don't really care anymore. And also, I mean, yeah, you can make a good amount of money like selling them too. But I'm a way bigger fan of that purchase now. I'm very glad I did that.
I'm a huge fan of it. Yeah. Like I couldn't believe it when like I said, when you posted it just a couple weeks ago, I was like, holy cow, look at that.
That's so cool, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And you're totally right about the starters back in the day, like the material, it lasted way longer. Like I had a starter jacket for like 25 years and it never peeled. No matter how many times I washed it, like you're right, the quality was just better. And
they're designed to take all the wind, bro.
The windbreakers, man. No, it is pretty crazy, man. Like you can find some of just the coolest stuff, and the Suns were a really cool team in the '90s, and I think part of like that popularity also kind of upped how much it was being sold. And like you guys know this, like Phoenix is a Suns town through and through. Like when this team is good, there's nothing like it. And hey, I don't know if you know, they're pretty damn good. Yeah, I just think that there was like this huge boom. And honestly, though, like I didn't see a lot of this stuff. Maybe I just wasn't looking close enough. But like 5 years ago-ish, like I just wasn't seeing this type of stuff out there. And so I get obsessed with it. And it's kind of fun. Like I love looking at all the antiques and stuff with my wife. And like our whole house is like decorated with it. But then every once in a while, like I look over to the side and I'm like, ooh. There's a little sports booth. I can go look over there. And then I see stuff like that. That one was in the middle of like nowhere. Like it wasn't even a sports booth. It was like a random clothing rack next to like a place that was like selling plants. And there's just this apparently an all-star, ball boy warm up. And I was like, it was the most random thing. I've never seen anything like it before. It was fate. I'll call it fate.
So, how long have you been a lifelong Suns fan?
Yes.
How old are you? Do you remember your first game? And who's some of your Mount Rushmore Phoenix Suns players of all time on your personal list? Not maybe the best on yours.
So I'm 27. And I was a little late to sports fandom. I come from a sports fandom household. My dad is a huge all Arizona sports fan. My mom was actually born right outside of LA. So my mom grew up a Lakers fan, all that stuff. Now, when she moved here, she adopted almost every team except for the Suns, which was brutal. But it's like, I mean, look, if you grew up a Lakers fan, that's different than joining the bandwagon. But we've definitely had our familial beef over it. But I started really getting into sports in general, like 6th grade, 7th grade. Did
you play?
I did karate, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I trained for 15 years. I was very dedicated to that. I've got 11 black belts. So I was very, very dedicated to that as my sport. in high school, I started playing pickup basketball a ton, and so that's kind of what I've been doing ever since then. I stopped training martial arts when I went to college, and I really dove into playing basketball. So I definitely play. Like I play now. I'm recovering from an injury, but before that, I hoop for sure, but not growing up as much. But I started just really getting into sports, and I think it was kind of cool because like I kind of fell in love with the NBA a little later in life. And so I like middle school ish, you know, and so I kind of got to go back and do all like the history and deep dives and everything like that. I really started tuning in kind of near the end of Steve Nash's tenure. At that point, like the Nash MVP seasons and stuff like that, like I was not very old at all. Not to make anybody feel old, but I just wasn't.
Well, you're doing it.
I apologize, but being able to kind of go back and see all of that, like I've really found myself to fall in love with like the history of the game, and not just like the Suns, but even going all the way back to all the other franchises back through the 60s, like. It's really cool. And so for me, like, I mean, when I became like a sicko, like not just like a casual fan, but like a sicko, was like the dark ages, right? Like the one good season that I really had when I first became a sicko was the year that they won 48 games and they missed the playoffs, right? That was kind of the pinnacle of what my fandom was when it was starting to peak.
Hornacek team? The Hornacek team?
Yeah, the Hornacek team.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge Goran Dragic guy. I mean, look, obviously, like my Mount Rushmore is Steve Nash, like just all-time Suns great, Steve Nash, Charles Barkley, Devin Booker. And I think the fourth, you can kind of debate back and forth. I love Amari. Personally, I'd put Amari on there. But if we're going like underrated kings for me, like I'd go Goran. Goran is one of my favorite Suns of all time. One of the best games that I ever went to was when he dropped 41 against the Anthony Davis-led Pelicans at home, and he hit this huge top-of-the-key banking three over Anthony Davis. I was also at the Tyson Chandler game-winning inbounds from Dragon Bender. I was at that game. So again, like real sicko shit. But I am a big Mirza Teletovic and Gerald Green fan as like Suns role players. The one season that Mirza was here, he set the NBA record for threes made off the bench. That guy was hooping. And then Gerald Green is the guy. I mean, dunks, threes. He had a 40-point game against the Thunder. That's all great. And Devin Booker's on every Mount Rushmore of mine. Like, that's my favorite Sun of all time. For a lot of people in my age category, like, that's going to always be the guy. But it's different when we're talking all-time greats, right? And just like looking at the franchise, like I think to me, there's a very clear three. And then you could throw Alvin Adams, you could throw Walter Davis in there as well. Like there's been a lot of like really great Suns. Connie Hawkins is somebody that you can really look at as somebody who hooped a ton for this team and was really good. Tom Chambers obviously was fire. There's actually a really great history of just like kind of top end players in this team, and it's really fun to go back and learn about all of them.
Totally right with the history. We're going on 60 years coming up. What, in a year and a half?
And
right?
A ton of championships too.
Yeah, we'll get one, brother. We'll get one.
One day.
We'll get one. We'll all die happy when that day happens, and we're going to be hugging each other at the parade, and sipping champagne, brother. The history is, dude, like 60 years. A lot goes back. My first game was in 89. So I've been to hundreds and hundreds of games. Long time fan. Love the history. Snoop's, favorite players, Mount Rushmore, is kind of throwback. Snoop, tell great Erik Ruby about your Mount Rushmore and a little bit, just to learn more about you.
So when did we do this last? I have to have 5 on mine.
Yes. Well,
So,
tell them why.
and the reason why is because I put Connie Hawkins and Neil Walk together because they were both like father figures to me growing up. That's how I got involved with the Suns. That's how I became a ball boy. And they helped guide me through middle school into high school. And unfortunately I moved to Las Vegas after that, and we kind of, lost contact and whatnot, and then unfortunately they're no longer with us, both of them. So I have to have both of them as one spot. I have a two-headed spot there. And then I got to go, Barkley. And I can't even remember who I said on the other one. I think I had Book on there. And, for me, it changes daily too. I mean, sometimes I'm like, man, should it be KJ? Who should it be? Like, I don't know. There's just like so many greats. And having been such a long time fan and getting to see these players up close and being around them, like I have so many. Richard Dumas is one of my all-time favorite Suns. And it's an unfortunate the career he had, but I mean, if he could have kept his head clean, I think he would be in the Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah, that type of talent.
Yeah.
He definitely did.
I mean, I guess to round it out, we got Hawk and Walk, Book, Barkley, and I'll go ahead and I'll just say KJ. And I know I probably get a lot of flack because I don't put Nash on there, but Nash for me was like after my pinnacle of love for basketball, like. And that sounds weird maybe to say, but like, I went through some dark years where I wasn't really paying attention to the game. And that's unfortunately was those Nash years. I was in Vegas being around the music industry and going crazy. Like I have another podcast and I talk to all these musicians and entertainers and all kinds of crazy people that I met just because of what I was doing in Vegas at the time. So like, it just wasn't like on my register at that time, but I mean, no disrespect to Nash because he definitely deserves to be up there,
Charles is my number one favorite player of all time. June 17th, 1992 changed my life when that trade happened. I always said it on the podcast, that day literally changed my life. He's number one. KJ's probably two. Book's three. And my fourth always changes. Marion, Nash, and Stoudemire. You can't go wrong with any one of those guys. So Marion is very underrated. The Matrix, he should have been all defensive NBA a couple years. For God's sakes, who guards Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan all in the same game? Yeah,
Just
like
one guy.
Just one guy. Pogo stick, baby,
I'm glad that they've kind of cleared up the stuff with Marion and Amari, where it was just so weird. Like when Marion was in that Christmas Day commercial as a Maverick, and it's just kind of like, damn, man, like that was just such a hard pill to swallow. I'm glad that Ishbia and company have kind of figured out a way to re-bridge that, because like Sean Marion's like top 5 in like almost every single statistical category for the
second steals, second rebounds, like I think he's third
like
in blocks,
5 in like 3-pointers made, and you don't even think of him like a 3-point shooter like that. He was everything. I mean, he's like the pinnacle of like, imagine him in today's NBA. Oh, right, like it would be unreal. And then Amari, man, I mean, Amari was going blow for blow with prime Tim Duncan. He took a first-team All-NBA away from an era that had Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan. Like Amari was first-team All-NBA in one of those seasons. So like there's been so much talent coming through Phoenix. And I mean, like even in the 2020s, right? Like you got Chris Paul, who's been here. He's an all-time great. Obviously gets you about as close to a championship as you've ever been. Obviously minus one other time. And then, I mean, even Kevin Durant, right? Like, I know that the era didn't go the way that you'd like it to go, but like Kevin Durant to me is a top 10 basketball player of all time. And like, he came through in Phoenix and individually he did play very well. So like you've been able to see, just as a Suns fan, like some of the greatest peaks that you've ever seen, like the Nash offense that he ran is one of the greatest in NBA history. Amari had one of the greatest peaks for a young power forward in history. You saw Barkley take an MVP off of prime Michael Jordan. Like even like, you even go back to Walter Davis, who is the guy that Michael Jordan idolized, right? And you saw him play a majority of his career here and be the franchise.
How many people know that about Jordan? Sorry, how many people know that?
That was the guy, like Walter Davis at UNC. Like I told you, I went back, I studied this shit. Like Walter Davis at UNC was what made Michael Jordan want to go to UNC, right? So like there's so many, and then like you can even go back even farther with Westfall, right, and Alvin Adams and everything like that. So like you've got a bunch of dudes, man, that no matter what era you started to be a fan, like you saw some greats, man, and it'd be nice to get a championship alongside with it, but like you also got to enjoy the fact that you've just seen such incredible basketball here in the Valley for a very extended period of time. There's only really been one extended down period of time where there wasn't like an influx of talent, and that was the late 2010s. Like you had Starbury, you had Hardaway, like you had Jason Kidd, right? You had the first era of Steve Nash. Like you had so much consistency to where I think a lot of like newer Suns fans don't realize just like how good this franchise has been over its entirety.
Very,
Yeah, I
very
mean,
well said.
dude, there was a long time where we won 50 games every season.
Yeah.
I think we're the 5th or 6th winningest franchise in NBA history, or still to this day.
We were 5th, and that was after the dark years, right? Where it's just kind of like you're talking one of the worst teams in the NBA year in, year out, blown draft picks, Dragon Bender, Marquise Chris, like all sorts of stuff like that. Like you still came out the other side of that, one of the winningest franchises in NBA history. Like that, think about how much winning you had to do before that to give yourself like a 5 to 6 year cushion like that.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So I want to dive into the current state of the Suns. We had a great year. Vegas was wrong on the wins. I thought it was a very successful year for us. Health held us back, I think, from even better and bigger things. I love where our franchise is headed. I got a video I want to pull up of you, my brother, talking about the Miles Bridges trade.
Oh, boy.
And I got it on a little bit faster speed because it's like 3 minutes. But I want to show the folks your take on it, and then ask you afterwards how you feeling about it and today. Good, Snoop.
Yep.
I understand that not everybody is going to agree with me on this, but I also understand that there are a lot of people that do. And because I have a platform and because there are people who agree with what I'm about to say that don't have a platform, I'm going to say it. Look, I'm not going to tell anybody how to be a fan of a basketball team or a sports team in general, but I know how I am a fan, and it is very hard for me to get behind and root for teams that employ domestic abusers. And there are a lot of whataboutisms that are going on here, and I promise you, you could hit me with every single whataboutism that you could possibly think about. What about this player? What about Kobe? What about Kevin Johnson? What about this? What about that? And I promise you my feeling is going to be the same. I strongly believe that playing in the NBA is a privilege. I strongly believe that playing professional or collegiate sports is a privilege. And if you do what Miles Bridges has legally done, this is not, again, like conjecture. This is a guy that pled no contest to these things. I'm not going to sit here and list off everything. You can go find it. It is a very long list. And people will say that, he served his time and he paid the price, and maybe he did. And then people will come at me and say, oh, Eric, what about second chances? Eric, what about this? What about that? I believe that we shouldn't annex him from society, that we shouldn't get him the help that he needs and he deserves, but you can't tell me as a fan that this guy puts on my jersey and all of a sudden I'm going to forget that he has pled no contest to abusing his girlfriend. Badly. I mean, look, does Miles Bridges, in theory, help the Suns a lot on the court? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if he's a winning basketball player. I think he can be, but he's not been somebody that's been on a winning franchise. You could blame Charlotte for that, but he's also been in Charlotte for a long time. The peak of their, playing days have been in the play-in, and he's been up and down in that as well. It's, I think, a good business move. You trade Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, which I feel like are depreciating contracts, who have extra years on the books for Miles Bridges, who's expiring this year, even though they're 1,000% going to give him an extension. You trade a 2033 unprotected first-round pick, which there should be some hesitations in that, but by doing that, you unlock your first-round picks to trade over the next couple of years in 2027 and 2029, possibly allowing you to maneuver better through this Devin Booker prime. And you can maybe just say, hey, if we get past that, we could find a way to acquire a 2033 first-round pick. Like, I think business-wise, this makes a lot of sense. I think on the court, this makes a lot of sense. I don't think it makes the Suns contenders in the West, but I do think it makes them better. I think there are questions as far as defensive buy-in and capabilities, the ball movement side of things, like the defensive just kind of buy-in the Suns had. I totally understand that. On paper, why the Suns would make this move. I actually think on paper, it's a pretty good move. I don't love giving up the pick, but I do think that on paper, this is a good basketball move. But Miles Bridges did things off the basketball court that should impact his ability to be on it. And you can agree with me, you can not agree with me. I don't really care. I'm going to say how I feel about this because I know there are people who do agree with me, and I know there are people who don't have the platform to say so. Hit me with the whataboutism all you want. Hit me with anything about any former Suns player, any former great, any whatever. If you do something that I believe is morally reprehensible off the court, and it's proven in the court of law, I'm going to feel differently about you being in a uniform.
First, I want to say, hold on.
Not everybody is going to.
Sorry. First, I want to give you props. You could see the passion coming from you. You did that right when the trade, I think, was announced. So you could very raw. But a lot of people in the media put that out there. This is something character-wise we got to question. How are you feeling about the deal now after some days settled and maybe things settling more in?
I mean, I feel very similarly. I think it's very hard. in sports in general to police how people are fans. Because there's a lot of really messed up things that happens in sports, and there are a lot of messed up people that make a lot of really great money, and it's not just the players, right? There are coaches who have done reprehensible things. There are owners and billionaires, and if you're a billionaire, like, the reality of the situation is, like, you probably exploited people to get there. Like, I don't know a billionaire who probably hasn't exploited people to get there. That's just kind of how you get there, right? So there is kind of this inherent, like, contract that you make as a sports fan where you kind of have to accept that some things just aren't fair, and some people don't want to hear about that type of stuff, and honestly, like, there is a part of me that does understand that, and there's a part of me that understands that this is an escape for a lot of people. For me personally, though, I feel icky about the fact that, you know, when I'm going to be watching this team, like, I think Miles Bridges is going to have some of the best highlights in Suns history. And I'm going to, every single time I see it, like, I am personally going to think about that. And again, that's me. And if other people want to use it as an escape and they don't want to think about it, like, I think that's their prerogative. But off the court stuff really does matter to me a ton. And obviously there's varying degrees. There are allegations, there are things that are proven. There's like kind of a different degrees of what they did. And I think that if you're talking about Miles Bridges, it is really far down the end of bad. So I'm excited to be able to talk to him eventually, whenever the press conference is, because I do want to know what work he's done for himself personally.
Yes.
When he apologized for this with the Hornets, he mentioned that he had a lot of work to do as a man, as a family member, as a brother, and as somebody who he wants, you know, people in his life to rely on. I haven't seen anything on what he's done since then, so I'd love to give him the opportunity to tell me exactly what he's done, because I will have an open mind with him to at least hear what he has to say. But on the court, I think it's a good move for the Suns. I think the Suns got better. Point blank period, I think they got better. Are there still concerns? Without a doubt. There are 1,000,000% concerns. Nobody in their starting lineup shoots over 34% from three. That's a concern. But they traded two guys that were smaller, one that wasn't healthy, and the other one's going to be 34 years old this upcoming season, for a guy that's technically in his prime, who's an athletic freak at 6'7", 250-ish, 225 actually? Yeah, 225. And has this rim pressure and this ability to roll as a power forward that you just didn't have before. So 2033 unprotected first-round pick is a steep price. You better hope that he makes you significantly better, but I think he will at least make them better.
Yes, and nationally, that 33 pick was highly regarded. I know it's years out. Help us out a little bit. It unlocked our next 3 first-round picks, so we can use those as trade assets, correct?
So, yeah, so basically the way that I've come to understand it is that you had 2 tradable first-round picks before this trade, and now you have 2 tradable first-round picks. They're just different picks. So with the Stipien rule, you're not allowed to trade picks in consecutive years. So when you traded 2033, you lost the ability to trade 2032, but you unlocked the ability to, when you got your 2029 pick back, you're now able to trade a lot more picks over the next couple of years. So you now have 2 tradable picks before 2029, when before it was later in the 2030s. So your draft assets got worse because that 29 pick that you're getting back is a protected pick. It's something that will likely end up being at the end of the first round, whereas an unprotected pick is exactly that, an unprotected pick. But you did still maintain flexibility while giving up an asset to both get off of Allen and O'Neal and also bring in Miles Bridges.
Right, so yeah, Allen, health. O'Neal wasn't in our plans, right? We got a guy in his prime. He's on the last year of his deal, contract eligible, gives us a little bit more flexibility, right? I mean, if we do nothing right now, next summer we have tons of money, but we all know people are going to get extended. Yes, Bridges, he's a small man's 4, but he plays big in that 4 position, and he can play in the paint, and he's at the rim a lot. So I totally agree with you there. I think we did get better, but we did get more flexibility.
Is there a chance this deal falls through? Like it hasn't been finalized yet.
No.
Have you heard the rumor that they're trying to work the 2 deals together that the Hornets made, so it'll be like a 5-team trade? Like that's
So that just kind of seems like that's how NBA teams are doing business now. There was just like a 6-team trade that went through recently, like Santi Aldama. That trade looped in with the Isaiah Stewart trade, the Chris Middleton sign-in trade. Obviously, we all remember the Kevin Durant trade ended up being the biggest in NBA history with 7 teams. The Klay Thompson deal with 6 teams. I don't know what it is. I think it saves everybody paperwork. But they're trying to move people in. What I do know is that the LaMelo trade has to happen first officially. And one of the players involved in the LaMelo trade, Mohamed Gay, cannot be traded until July 9th. So once that is able to go through, once the LaMelo trade is official, then we are on the clock with the Miles Bridges trade. There's a 0% chance that this falls through. Like it's going to happen. I would expect it to happen by the latest, the beginning of next week. Last year, they introduced Dylan and Jalen at SummerLeague and did like a media scrum for the players they traded for. So I would assume if the trade becomes official within the next couple of days that we'll hear from Miles at SummerLeague. That's just kind of my assumption based off of what happened the year before with the guys that we traded for. But, you know, he's gonna be here. Like Grayson's not gonna fail his medicals. We would have heard about that by now.
Right. That was my concern was, you know, his hammy or whatever is going on with him.
Knee and hip.
Knee and hip.
Everything in his legs. Yeah. I mean, the guy is freaking fragile this past year.
I mean, yeah, it was a tough year for him. I mean, that thigh contusion where he just got kneed in the top of the thigh. I mean, his thigh was messed up, man. That thing was brutal.
Did you see it up close?
I have not seen it, but I have heard what it looks like. And from what I heard, this was not just a bruise. This was a very significant, massive contusion on his thigh that really messed up kind of everything else that was going on in his leg. You would assume that now that it's been a couple of months, even since the season started, that he's fine now, or at least fine enough to pass a physical. But I would assume and again, this is an assumption. I could always be wrong, but I would assume that if something were to happen with Grayson or somebody's medicals, that we would have heard about it by now. Because from everything that I know, everybody's expecting this trade to go through. And I mean, I think both sides want the trade to go through. So I'm sure that if there is a little medical red flag with Grayson, unless it's like literally he's not going to be able to play basketball again, that the Hornets are going to be okay with it.
I like what they've done this offseason, especially bringing some of the guys back on maybe a little bit cheaper deals than what was maybe originally expected. I thought we killed it. I thought we did really, really well. I saw your grade show that you had. Good grades out of everything. Getting Kennard, I thought was a steal at the money, and he's a 3-point leader in field and 3-point percentage. The guy very selected though, but he can pass. He has a great midi game. I thought that was a great sign as well. You like that signing as well, correct?
I loved it. I think it's one of their best moves of the offseason. I think the stark difference between the contract negotiations and signings of this front office and the trades is kind of apparent. And again, I'm not a fan of the Miles Bridges trade, but all of the contracts that they signed, I mean, I'm talking home run hits all across the board. Mark Williams' deal, there's a little concern because of the injuries, and it's 3 years guaranteed. However, it's a super palatable deal. It's a super tradable deal, and you're paying him like one of the lowest paid starting centers in the league, which I think is exactly where he should be. Mark's long-term future in this league is likely as a backup center, and that's the type of salary that he's getting. He was below market value. Jordan Goodwin at $6 million is probably the best contract in the NBA. I genuinely don't know if there's another player that impacts winning as much for $6 million.
Agree.
Colin Gillespie was expected by some teams to get thrown $15 to $17 million. Some people expected him to sign for $20+ million with a team like the Brooklyn Nets. You got him on $12 million a year. Incredible steal. And then Kennard, man, I think Kennard's a playoff player for this team if everything goes right. There's enough defense to insulate him. We saw him had a great playoffs for LA. I have beyond my mom, I have other Lakers fans that I know in my life, and they're pissed. I mean, they're mad, man. Like they are.
Did you just say your mom's a Laker fan?
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you. Oh my goodness!
Yeah. You missed that part, Snoop.
Boy,
she grew up around LA. So when she moved here, she adopted every other team. She adopted the Diamondbacks and the Cardinals and everything like that. But she kept her Lakers.
Boy.
Yeah, we have family beef over that. love everything else, but the Lakers fandom is definitely tough. But I have another Lakers fan that I know that talking to me about Kennard, and they're angry.
Yeah,
they're
like I have a
mad.
Lakers fan that's text me right away. I hate you guys. Like,
Good business. It's good when your front office, Snoop, is doing business that makes other fans mad.
true,
Yeah.
true. And I wanted to ask you this: how in the heck do we get the guy from Golden State on a 2-way contract when this guy's an NBA player? How did that happen?
Brian Gregory, man, I don't really know. I mean,
Answer.
this is to me the Colin Gillespie effect of things, because and honestly, even to a much smaller extent, Isaiah Livers and Jamari Bouye, the Suns can sell their two-way spots, I think, unlike most other teams in the NBA, because one of our two-ways got converted to a full-time contract for 1 year, now just signed a 4-year, $12 million deal. Another one of our two-ways, and Jamari Bouye, got converted to a standard contract after 1 year with the team. And then another one of our two-ways got legitimate playing time. Like Isaiah Livers got legitimate playing time in the league this year, right? So you can look at the Suns' two-way spot as an NBA player and say, like, hey, if I'm good enough, like, they're going to find a spot for me, especially if there's health problems, which there was last year. I can't believe that he didn't sign a standard NBA contract. He got one. He got converted to a standard contract from the Warriors at the end of last season. But if there isn't a spot that he wanted to go to, he might just be like, hey, I'm going to bet on being in the Suns organization that utilizes two-way spots. And look, the Suns might make a trade at some point this season. Like, they might look at this roster and say this isn't it. They might package some guards because they're guard heavy. They might package some other things, and there might be a spot for him past the trade deadline. So I think that, again, I think that's great business, man. I got no qualms with any of the contracts that were signed with the Suns this year. I think all of them are neutral positives.
I think the Spencer's one of his family members tweeted out opportunity. That's all they put. Like, because opportunity, there's a good chance he can get some minutes here, with that, and look what happened last year in Golden State. Injury, forced opportunity, and he succeeded. His best game was against us, I believe.
It was. Yeah, he had like 20 against us in that game that we absolutely should have won.
Yeah, we should have won that for sure. Hey, I like that license plate back there.
Oh, yeah?
You show what do you got? Is that for Al?
Yeah, it says Shazam, man. Ordered that. I mean, not like expensive, but custom.
I love it. I love it.
Shazam. My prize possession is this. It's a vinyl.
Whoa.
The Cinderella Suns from the 75-76 season, when they obviously went to the finals against the Celtics, and it is signed by Al McCoy.
Shazam.
Yeah, so the story behind that is that when I was working at Arizona Sports, Al retired. So he had his retirement tour. And after the season ended, they did an event at Sanderson Ford. It was a live Burns and Gambo show from Sanderson Ford. And Al showed up there to, say hi to people, to sign things, and then they brought him on air. And so I was lucky enough for them to bring me on air while Al was there and to kind of talk to him a little bit. And then he signed that for me live on air for that. And I mean, that was so cool. I mean, I was always a radio guy growing up. Like, obviously, I watched the games, but I would listen to them too. And I got to be, I produced, when I was producing for 98.7, there's producers for the play-by-play and the Suns games. And so I was able to run the board for one of Al's games, in his last season. Wow. And so he obviously, he always shouts out the people who are producing behind the scenes. And so I have a clip of Al McCoy saying my name on air, which is again, insane for me. And so that was really, really cool. And that's one of my prized pieces of Suns memorabilia. That's actually my dad's vinyl. My dad had that vinyl. And then I got a record player. He said, go look through my records and see what you want, because I don't have a record player anymore. And I was looking through and I found that. And so I took it.
Wow.
Is your dad a Suns fan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
My dad.
Al was such a sweetheart, too. It's just one of the sweetest souls you could ever meet.
Dude, he was great. And the funny part is when you produce these things, whether it's a radio show or it's play by play, like when they go to break, like you could still hear everybody. Right. So like I'd be hearing Al talk to people as they're walking by and like saying hi and kind of like holding court a little bit, and like him and Tim Kempton kind of talking back and forth and stuff. And so like, obviously you don't insert yourself into that. You just kind of like sit back and just kind of like be like, what is even going on? But yeah, man, Al's a funny dude, man. And like, obviously like Espo worked at the Sun, so he has lots of Al stories, and like I haven't heard a single bad story about Al professionally or personally, and to be around for as long as he was around, and to be at that high of a level for as long as he was at that high of a level, and to not just be like, quite frankly, a dick. It's impressive, man. And so, yeah, it sucks that we don't have him around anymore, but John Bloom does such an incredible job. John's also such a good dude. He's one of the nicest guys. Like I was a nobody when I first started. Like I still feel like I am relatively that. Like,
give yourself some credit, Eric. Come on.
I'm a little bit more known now, but like compared to obviously a lot of people who have been doing this for a long time, like I'm very, very new in all of this. But I was literally like just an on-call producer at 98.7, and I would produce for Bloom and for the Suns games, and like he's incredible at what he does, but B, dude, he's just the nicest guy, man. He's just the nicest dude.
Al resonates with me. My dad and I watched thousands of games together, and we listen to Al every single time. And first thing I think about when I think of Al is my dad, like the very first thing. And then they kind of have a similar look back in the day a little bit. But Al was a sweetheart. It sucks we couldn't get him one, but he's looking down on our team, and I think we will get one in our lifetime. I wanted to ask you, I forgot to bring this up earlier, unless you mentioned it, and I just didn't listen to it. How'd you get your start in being a producer at 98.7? How'd you get your foot in the door to do that?
So when I was in college, my mom knew somebody who was friends with somebody that worked at 98.7. So when I was in college, I got their email, and I kind of sent them like my college stuff, and had like a really brief phone call with them, and just kind of like said, hey, this is, who I am. This is what I'm doing. Would love any advice or anything like that. And so I kept that contact information. And after I graduated school, I actually decided I did not want to do sports journalism. There's just a lot of politics behind the scenes, especially like Cronkite, like people kind of stepping on other people and getting in each other's way, even when you're like 18, 19, 20 years old, when I'm like, look, there's enough room for all of us. Like, we don't got to be doing all that. Like, I just wasn't a fan of how a lot of people operated, especially, just kind of like cutthroatness of it. So I decided to be a woodworker. I did woodworking for about 6 months, and I hated it. So I quit. And then when I quit, I was applying for jobs, and I have a degree in sports broadcasting. So my mom sent me a link to be an on-call board op, like apply for that job. So I applied, and then I reached back out to the email that I had before, and they passed me along to another person who was actually hiring for the job. And then I got an in-person kind of interview, and I was fully available and had experience. And so they were like, yeah, you can be an on-call board op. And then they trained me for 3 days on KTAR, the news side of things. And then after those 3 days, the longtime producer of Burns and Gambo put it in as 2 weeks. And so they needed somebody who could run the board 5 days a week, who had availability and an interest in sports. So I got extraordinarily lucky, timing wise. And so I filled in a very temporary basis, but then did what I could to make it not temporary. And that's kind of how I got there.
What was it like to work with the godfather of Arizona sports and John Gamadora?
That man works hard, man. He works hard, dude. Like, I tweeted the other day that like a lot of people don't understand what it's like to really have sources. And
he's an OG. He's like one of the living last members of like what it used to be.
Yeah, he is. And, it was a little surreal, man, because, I again, like I listened to Al growing up, and I also like, I listened to 98.7. I listened to that sports station. It was all we had, really. And so, I listened to Gambo, and I listened to Gambo and Ash. I listened to Burns and Gambo. And so it was a little surreal starting it off, but Gambo and Burnsy, they've been nothing but like supportive of me, even when I eventually told them that I got a full-time gig, because I was never full-time at Arizona Sports. I was always part-time, which most people are on call, so I still felt very lucky to be at least somewhat consistent. And so when I got a full-time offer from PHNX, like obviously like impacts them, it impacts the show, but they were so happy for me, and they were nothing but supportive and offer advice, and I'll still text with them every now and then and see them at media days and whatnot. So yeah, I'm very grateful for them. They had to be willing to give me the opportunity and to incorporate me on air, which they didn't have to do. So yeah, it was a pretty cool experience.
Did you do any producer work for Wolf and Doug Franz?
So it was Wolf and Luke for me. When I came in, Luke had just started there. But so when I was officially part-time, afternoon contributor was the role I was in. That's technically like they do sports updates every 30 minutes. So
yes,
bottom to top of hour, like I was that guy, and I started during Wolf and Luke. Now my production stuff, like sometimes I would fill in and run the board or whatever, but I was a producer for Burns and Gambo along with that role. So I was in show planning meetings for Burns and Gambo. And then when it came to like editing audio, social clips, I ran the Burns and Gambo social media. So like I was more focused on that, but I was on air for like the last hour and a half ish of Wolf and Luke every day. And Wolf and Luke are also just like, I mean, they're good dudes, man. Like,
love Wolf, man. I've talked to him like 60 plus times in my life. He always gets my name, calls me a different name every time I see him. I've talked to him so many times. One time he's like, "It's a CTE, brother." And I'm like, whatever. But you gotta love him.
He's a funny dude, man. Yeah, there's a lot of good people over there, man. I didn't leave for any reason other than I had a full-time opportunity, man. Yeah, there was lots of great people over there, except for I did apply for the 98.7 internship and the KTR internship 3 times in college, and I got denied all 3 times. They picked somebody else. So I was like, well, I got the last laugh. I got in there at the end.
Well, God put something in your life when it was meant to be.
It all works out, man. It all works out.
Yeah, I want to. So you're taking off to Vegas. This is probably one of the biggest summer leagues I've looked forward to in years with our young core that's up there. We got a few minutes left. When you head to Vegas, I got something pulled up I want to share. Snoop, if you want to share it on the screen. What do you want to see from this roster coming in Vegas? What do you, Erik Ruby, want to see?
So I think that is last year's roster. I think
hold
so.
on. I pulled it. Son of a gun. Did I do this wrong? My goodness.
You're Ryan Dunning.
Hey, Eric, I'll be accepting applications for a new podcast partner if you're interested.
Well, hey, man, I'll be in Vegas, so we can have an in-person interview. How does that?
Well, I live in Phoenix now, so.
Oh, okay.
Let me know how Vegas is, dude. You know what?
They're missing you. They're missing you.
I did 20 years in Vegas, and I don't care to really go back.
I'm about to say, way that you said that made it sound like prison. So
yeah, well, I mean, it was actually, dude, it was great when I lived there, but now, like, even like we went a couple years ago for the draft, and it's just like the NFL draft, not the NBA, and it's not a fun experience for me.
Yeah,
like, I hate it.
I didn't go to Vegas a lot until last couple of years when I started working for PHNX, and I just it's just so expensive now. Like it just kind of feels like everything that people liked about it is kind of gone, and now it's just like it was always money grabbing because obviously like it's Vegas and they want you to bet, but like it's like $15 for like fries now. It's like, come on, dude, if I'm gonna lose my money elsewhere, don't make me spend $15 on fries.
Well, like you could really experience Vegas on a budget and have a great time. Yeah. I mean, like when I was in high school, and maybe I shouldn't say this on the air, but like we used to go to this place on the Strip and we would get 75-cent Coronas or Heinekens. And then you could also get a hot dog for 75 cents.
I don't know if you could do that anymore, though. I don't think they got those anymore.
That's what I'm saying. And you didn't have to pay to park. You know, it's just out of control these days.
Well, forgive me. I look like a bad podcaster by not pulling up the right thing, but I'm getting new. I'm learning. Eric, what do you want to see from the roster going into Vegas? Do you want? What do you want to see directly?
I would like to see the guys who are returning for their second year in Vegas, Kaman and Rashir, be too good for Summer League. That's always the main thing when it comes to young guys, especially second-year players, is are you too good to be here? Are you better than everybody else? Are you just making such an incredible impact that the Suns only want to play you for the first 2 games before sitting you? Like, I'm glad they're going, but that was what Ryan Dunn and Oso were last year. Last year, I was in Vegas, but only for like a day, so I got to see 1 game, and Oso just killed everybody. He was dunking on everybody. He was bigger than everybody, and I was like, this guy's too good to be here. That's what I need to see out of those young guys, and then I'd like to see Koa Pete, man. I want him to take kind of a leadership role here. Like, he's got a chip on his shoulder. I think he's a really good player, and I kind of need him to go out there and to maybe be the best player for the Suns, because I don't think Rashir and Kaman play a ton. I think they just play a little bit. I think this is going to be the Koa Pete show, and I want him to show out. Other than that, give me a little defense, Kobe Brea. I know you can shoot the ball. Give me a little defense. Give me something else besides the shooting so I could talk myself into seeing you in a roster spot within the next year. And then I'd just like to see a point guard who passes the ball, because point guard play in Summer League is maybe the most atrocious basketball that I watch every single year. So I need a point guard that knows it's not their time to shine.
Did Fleming's huge. He gained a lot of weight.
I love 20 pounds.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you met him at the media day, but he looks jacked. I loved what you said on your show. He reminds me of Kawhi. A young Kawhi. He really does.
It's hope for sure.
He really does. Just his built, his strength, the claws, just how he plays. And he could be all defensive NBA talent.
Absolutely. I think he's got that frame. He's got the muscle. He's got to build a little bit more offensively, but defensively, he's incredible, man. I'm the most high on him this upcoming season out of any of the young guys, and I'm pretty high on all of our young guys. So Summer League will be fun, man. People can keep up with everything with us. We'll obviously keep people up to date. We'll do some shows out there in Vegas. We'll have a whole Summer League preview that's ready for you guys to watch by the time that this comes out on our channel. So, we got a lot of fun stuff that we're going to be getting into, and you're right, man. This is going to be a really fun Summer League. I was excited for last year, but I definitely think I'm more excited for this year. I think the Kaman, Rashir, Koa trio with a little Kobe Brea sprinkled on top is going to be a fun experience.
100% agree. I can't wait for it. First game's Friday, and you're leaving tomorrow?
Yep, we will be there Friday night for the game. We'll be there for Friday's game and Sunday's game. Then we'll be back in studio on Monday. We'll be doing a watch-along for Monday night's game.
You're doing that at the casino, aren't you?
Yeah, so we'll be live from a studio in one of the casinos. I don't know which one. And then for a lot of the games, we'll just be kind of roaming around Vegas, roaming around the Thomas and Mack Center, and interviewing as many people as we can. Last year, we got to talk to Shams Charania, Kenny Atkinson, Rob Perez, a lot of really cool guys, a lot of really cool names. So hopefully we can get some more of them on and get some fun takes on what should be a pretty interesting Suns team coming up here.
Dude, if you need anything in Vegas, man, hit me up.
Yeah, man.
Recommendations anywhere to go.
He knows everybody in Vegas, bro. He knows everybody. In Vegas.
Can you give me a 75-cent Corona?
Yeah, you got to go buy a 6-pack of them at the store.
I don't even know if there's 75 cents then, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, man,
they're expensive these days.
Well, Erik, we really appreciate you coming on. It means the world just you spend a few minutes of your time. I know you're a very, very busy man, and love all your great work. Keep it up, and look forward to maybe some more interactions with you. I hope you had fun and enjoyed being on. Thank you so very much, man.
Yeah, man, we'll have to do it again. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm not hard to find, so I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the knowledge that you guys dropped on me today, specifically the ball boy uniform knowledge. That made my day, so I appreciate that and appreciate y'all. Just
dude, I'll be honest, it made my day when I saw you post it. I was like, holy shit, dude, look at this. Because I haven't seen one in so long either. I was like, holy cow.
Dude, it was crazy, but now it's even better, man. I didn't think it could get better, and now it just got better. So that was great, man. So yeah, y'all let me know. We'll do this again. I appreciate you guys, man. This was fun.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Erik.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the show. Go give Erik Ruby a follow and all of his great work over THNX. Thank you, Erik. Stay for 1 second if you could.
Yeah, no problem.
Hola, Haywood.
Yo. Man, was that freaking fun. That was awesome.
That was awesome, man. Good dude, knows his stuff, and it's interesting, hearing his story about how coming up through college and getting into broadcasting and whatnot. Kind of makes me wish I went to school. Maybe I'd be a little better at producing this podcast.
You're a damn good trainer. Thank you, Stu. No, it was awesome. Yeah, his background, like how the heck do I forget he was producer? Like, dude, he did a lot of work. He produced for Owls, one of his last games, like the memory with the vinyl. That's priceless, by the way. And then how long he's been doing it, Blade Bloomer in it, one of the younger media guys. Just all in all, very good vibe about him. Enjoyed thoroughly having him on. So that was awesome.
Everybody go give him a follow on X at Erik Ruby is his handle. And then check out the YouTube channel as well at PHNX_sports. And they're putting out amazing content every day. Go check them out.
Cheers to Erik Ruby, and cheers to all the people that are supporting us and watching tonight. Cheers to Stu.
Cheers. What else we got to talk about tonight?
We could talk a little Suns and a little Suns history, unless you got a little bit. What you got? You want me to go first, or?
I got one thing. Let me just knock this out real quick. So this is from July 4th, 1958. The Phoenix Suns of the Western Pro Football League were all but finished as a franchise after one season when Dean Grifting, general manager of the rival Tucson Rattlers, stated that Phoenix's money woes were such that Tucson would require financial guarantees. Phoenix never played again. Were you aware there was a football team called the Phoenix Suns?
Pick is in. Dropping knowledge.
Boom! That's two for Snoop in one episode. Look at me go.
Shit, dude. The Phoenix Suns football team? Pull that post back up. Hold on. Pull that back up. Was that the logo in the picture?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Simple. Holy crap.
What's interesting about that too is there was a Rattlers football team in 1958.
Yeah, and then later, like down the road, we have an arena franchise that's won like 6 or 7 championships, the Arizona Rattlers, arguably the best arena football league team ever, and IFL now. But I did not know that, Snoop. Holy shit. Yeah. Where's the applause button for Snoop Von Poop? That was, damn.
I'll give it up to myself.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, a little South Park? Is that what I just heard?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Oh. Dude, now I'm kind of blown away. That was fucking badass, sir. Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Shout out to Arizona Sports History, too. Let me shout their page out real quick.
Totally.
At AZ Sports History is their handle on X. They're always posting interesting Arizona sports history stuff, so shout out to them.
Definitely. Got a lot of love for them. I look up their stuff, follow them, got their notice on because they always drop some damn good knowledge. And speaking of, I got some Arizona sports history since we're going to that from Arizona Sports History, like you just talked about. This date, back in July 23rd, 1992, the Portland Trail Blazers accused Jerry Colangelo of tampering. But 90 minutes into UFA, free agency, Danny Ainge accepted Jerry Colangelo's take-it-or-leave-it offer of 3 years, $5.2 million. Exactly what Ainge was looking for, giving the Phoenix Suns the competitive shooting guard they needed.
Golly, $5 million for 3 years, and now these players are getting $60 million a year. Like, whoa!
All right, Snoop. What was Danny Ainge's nickname for us, sir? Long range Ainge.
Long range Ainge. That's right. That's right. Wow.
Tampering. I never even heard of us, Jerry, even being like talking before the minutes and tampering. I didn't even know about that. That's kind of crazy.
We didn't have the internet back then in the 1900s.
Right. God, that was last century soon.
Yeah. Why are you bringing up old news?
All right, some more Arizona sports history on this date, back July 6th, 1976, following their run to the NBA Finals and losing 4-2 to the Boston Celtics, Suns GM Jerry Colangelo won the Sporting News Executive of the Year as awarded by the league's GM's presidents. The very first such award in the franchise's 8 seasons at the time. Throwback picture to Jerry Colangelo, the man. The man.
Yeah, well, like we talked about earlier in the episode, if he does in fact get a team to Vegas, that's great for Las Vegas. He's definitely a proven good owner. I wish he still owned the Suns.
Yeah, dude, totally one of the greatest owners ever.
I think the Suns organization would be completely different. I think we definitely would have seen a championship.
Yes,
but there were some rough years there with Robert Sarver and thank God Ishbia is trying to change things and he's doing good so far. So
he's doing great.
Good for him.
What I'm most impressed maybe about Ishbia the most, all the employees in the building gush about him, how they're taken care of. And that's great to hear after the last ownership group with all the problems and lawsuits.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did let Sophie Cunningham go away. So, I mean, I'm not.
She was a Mercury?
Yeah, she played for the Mercury. She had an affair with Josh Bartelstein, which is why she's no longer here.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay, and he just signed an extension with us.
Right. How about that fat dude getting Sophie Cunningham? It gives me hope.
Great Scott.
Great
Scott. That's funny. No, I did not know that, Snoop. Holy crap. We just extended him. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I saw that. I was surprised. I'm kind of surprised they, hung on to him, considering that, I would have rather kept Sophie.
Yeah. It probably would have drawn way more ticket sales too. And the Mercury's a pretty popular team as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, plus she would go on the Suns games too as a commentator.
She did a couple. That's right. That's right.
You know what's really cool about Ishbia too? What I really appreciate him and is what he's doing for the Valley. He put the games back on Antenna TV, so anybody can watch the games for free. This season, they're adding onto the Arizona's Family app. The games will be available. So even if you don't have an antenna, you can stream the games. So that's pretty cool.
It's awesome, dude. Not even looking to make money on it. Just trying to get everybody's eyes that live here in the state glued and connected to the team.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Bidwell could take some notes.
Oh, dude, clip that. Can we tag the Cardinals? Anyway.
That's your team. You tag them. That's your team.
All right. Back in this date, the Dream Team, July 5th, 1992, recently acquired Charles Barkley, superstar, led the Dream Team to a win, 17.7 rebounds over Venezuela and Barcelona. Oh, man, another great memory. That Dream Team was something else. Just a little nugget. I've said it before. He led the Dream Team in scoring, if anybody needs to know. Arguably the best player in the world that year.
Yeah, not just with the Dream Team. He went on to be MVP with the Suns that season. So kudos to Milk Dud Head.
Are you Milk Dud Head? The round mound of rebound. We gotta work on an AI like Dream Team versus Redeem Team, or 7 seconds or less versus the Golden State Warrior team from 2016.
Shit, let's just get the footage of the Dream Team when they went at it.
Oh, dude, we can't. We'll get flagged.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I would love to show it. That famous, infamous practice, right?
Yeah, we could probably stream it on Substack, watch it.
Yeah.
And
We probably could. That's a good idea. Snoop, that's a good idea. I wouldn't even mind watching the Dream Team game. Like, for real, and just rewatching it. That'd be dope.
good times, good memories. I mean, there was never a team assembled like that. I mean, it was literally 12 Hall of Famers and one college guy.
One college Hall of Famer. One college Hall of Famer.
Oh, okay. That should have been Shaq instead of Christian Laettner.
Yeah, or even Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Well,
You're right.
You know-
I wonder. Oh, we got to look into that. Why did Shaq? Did he even get asked? What was behind that?
I think they wanted to roll with Leitner because wasn't that right after he had that heroic season with Duke?
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. The 3/4 court pass where he caught the free throw line, turned around, made it, beat Duke in the NCAA tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dream Team didn't even want Leitner there either.
You can have the rook.
Yeah. Right?
You can have the rook. All right. Another piece of Arizona sports history on July 7th, 2018. Devin Armani Booker signed a 5-year, $158 million max contract extension with our Phoenix Suns, making him the highest paid player in franchise history. The contract was signed prior to the fourth year of his rookie contract and would not be taken effect until the 2019-2020 season. Getting paid, and that rolls into the next thing. On July 6, 2022, 1 week after Kevin Durant demanded a trade and put the Phoenix Suns atop his wish list, Devin Booker, who led Phoenix to a franchise record 64 wins and earned all NBA first team, officially signed a supermax of 4 years, $224 million. This date, July 6, 2022.
Yeah.
He's made some money. And then
Yeah,
the last
half
one,
$1 billion. Ooh.
last one he just signed too.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have kept playing ball.
I know, right?
What am I doing with my life?
Man.
Now I podcast with you for free. Fuck.
My fucking DeLorean's broken down. We really need it. We really need it. Oh, that would be so dope, right?
I know. I'm gonna have to ask Ted if I can borrow the phone booth while I'm in Florida.
Right. I got 2 more things with Suns history. You got anything else with Suns history or related?
That's a no, my brother.
All right, let's go to some good memories here. July 6, 2021. With a 118-105 drubbing of the Milwaukee Bucks, the Phoenix Suns took the franchise's first ever NBA Finals series lead 1-0. CP3 dominated in his first finals games with 32 points, 9 assists. Book, 27 points, 6 assists. DeAndre Ayton, 22 and 19. Damn, I missed that guy. Giannis, he came into that game with a hyperextended knee. He had 20.17 rebounds. Remember what Flex told us? He wasn't even supposed to play that game. Middleton, 29.7 rebounds. This is a great memory, Snoop.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it would have been nice to have 2 more W's attached, to that series there.
Well, fuck it. We're riding high. On 2 days later, we win, taking a 2-0 lead over the Milwaukee Bucks. The franchise's playoff record, 23s, 40 attempts. Booker had 7. He went 7 for 12. 2-0 lead. Unfortunately, that was the last great moment of the series. Look at Giannis' stats, 42 and 12. Bridges, 27 and 7. CP3, 6 turnovers, 8 assists, 23 points. And Book had 31, 5 and 6. Giannis went nuclear. That's the very next game is when he had that 49-point game, the next game. But riding high, 2-0 at the time, and did not win another game, unfortunately. In other Arizona sports history, this is pretty cool when I saw this. On July 7th, 2004, the Phoenix Suns signed restricted free agent Quentin Richardson to an offer sheet of $46 million over 6 years. The LA Clippers had 15 days to match Richardson's contract, and they did not. The Clippers remain optimistic they could attack free agent Kobe Bryant, who Phoenix had also flirted with. Dude, Quentin Richardson, he was a very damn good player for us when he was here.
Okay.
Some.
I mean, I'd rather have Kobe,
All right. We got Nash the night before or the night after. Yeah.
So
That's crazy. Like, just thinking about that. think about that turn in history. How different it could have been. No Nash coming back here, right? Kobe coming here. That would have completely changed. No 7 seconds or less, right? Like the whole era. That completely could have changed the game, like differently. Like that's crazy thinking about.
What did Flex say? Something like there was a deal in place for Kobe. What was he saying about that? I can't remember.
What was he saying? He mentioned something of that sorts the night before Nash signed. There was like an agreement, and they were just waiting on final word, and Kobe like ended up changing his mind middle of the night or something. Something happened, but yeah, Flex did say something about that.
And the Clippers must be smoking that good medical out there if they thought that they could get Kobe. I mean,
Oh, this Stephen A. Smith knows.
yeah, Stephen A. Smith. That guy.
Well, Snoop, great show. I don't think I have anything more in the arsenal. What about you?
You don't got anything more in the arse?
Just a couple things. I actually do have the right Suns Summer League roster this time. Jesus Christ.
Oh, there we go.
A day late to the party. But yeah.
I guess I'll keep you around.
All right. Erik Ruby did mention a good point. Just thinking about it over years past, like Man and Fleming, they got to be too good in this. Like they can't be playing in summer leagues if we need them to grow and be the players they want to be. So yes, great points. Want to see those two players just come out strong. Usually how it goes, Snoop, is like if a player is like a fringe non-summer league player and they just dominate the first 2 games, they usually don't play the rest of the summer league. But check this out. Where's the player's name at? Devin Askew. I think that's his son. Remember him? And then remember Jameer Nelson, the point guard for the Magic? The Jameer Nelson Jr. is on our Summer League roster. I did not know he's a G League player. Did not know that.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's interesting. I wonder if he's any good like his father. Jameer Nelson was a good point guard, you know?
He was.
When he played.
Yes.
And you know, I think that's what the Suns need the most right now is a playmaker. You know,
agreed, man. That'd be awesome. You know, just thinking about it. Like today, I was discussing with a good friend of mine. He talked to me, my good buddy Eric. Green's value is not high right now. We need to wait. He needs more games to be shown. He played 30 games.
Jalen Green.
Yeah, like if there's any deal to be made, it's not now, it's going to be later. We need to get this guy on the court and play.
That's what I was saying earlier. I commented on somebody's post that I think, if anything, we see a mid-season trade.
Correct. And we have a lot of flexibility when it comes to that. Like, that's Green played 30 games. We're not going to get nowhere near where we get if he's playing at his potential. If he's played in 90% of the games by the trade deadline, he's averaging 23, 4, 4. So let's just say so. He's having a career year. That's what his talents are. This guy could be an all-star. That's his ceiling. He's young. What is he, 23, 24? He's still got a lot of... Yeah, and that kind of blows my mind. I mentioned on like a Flex post the other day, that kind of is crazy how long it feels like he's been in the league and he's still only that young. Like, he's got growth. He's got growth.
Yeah. I think it could happen, you know, mid-season, you know, by trade deadline. Like you said, if the numbers are there and the games played are there. You know, I can't remember who we were talking to about it, but the Green, Booker, and Williams, they didn't play many games together last season.
Yeah. What was the...
I think the minutes was like super low.
Wasn't it like
30 minutes? I was
30 to 50 minutes, somewhere in there for the whole season. Those guys on the court at the same time.
Yeah.
That's fucking mind-blowing, dude.
It is mind-blowing.
We missed 150 plus games as a team due to injury. Think about that. That's crazy. And we were still damn good. You know.
Hey, if you're a Grizzlies fan, that's only $300 worth of tickets.
Supersize my fries.
Imagine being able to get season tickets for less than $200.
Jeez. Right?
That's actually less than 100.
Yeah.
Because there's only 41 home games, so it'd be 80.
Yeah. That's how much Arizona Rattlers tickets were for arena football. like $100, $200. No, that's crazy. The Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah. The Arizona Rattlers. When I was a ball boy, they give us season passes to go to the Rattlers games, all access. We could go into the locker room, everything. It was great.
Rattlers were the shit. Like back in the besides the Suns, there was probably no better sports game to go to than the Rattlers. Like the atmosphere is packed, sold out for years, cheap prices, entertaining games, high scoring, entertainment. They always had good. It was just fun going. The Rattlers was shit back in the 90s, man. Season tickets for a long time with my dad. Badass. It was fun times. Got a few footballs in my day. Hung out with the team quite a few times. Autographs. I held up a trophy with my dad on the field when they beat Kurt Warner and the Iowa Barnstormers. I rushed the field. My dad came down, held up the trophy, and I remember I had broken my couple of my fingers, and I had like a bandage and something to hold. So there was a picture that was on the side of the arena for 15 years. It was the Rattlers holding up the trophy with the team with some fans, and you could see my hand on the trophy because my bandage. But there's some good times. It was fun, exciting. They're still around. It's the Arena Football League now, or the Indoor Football League now. It's right down the street from us now in Glendale. But yeah,
good times in the 1900s, my friend.
Getting old, Snoop.
Yeah, you sure are.
Well, had a blast on the show. It was a good show, brother.
Yeah, good job. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate all the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, everything. Keep it up. You guys keep us going. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
8 p.m. next week. Love you guys.
Good night.